Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Monday Sound Stream. It's a packed day. I'm just going to warn everybody up front. Bandai decided to have their own toy fair the same weekend that New York Toy Fair is happening, which is right after last week where Bandai took up an hour of our show because they announced so much stuff, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. So strap in. We're going to be going a lot of news today.
And also, that's why we're not talking about Cosmic Fruit today, because we literally have no time. So please be mindful.
Hence the
Please
tag.
don't post.
Cosmic
And
Fury
please
has
don't
been
post.
out for like 3 days, so some people may not be able to see it in full, but it's no Cosmic Fury spoilers in chat for the whole stream. We will talk about Cosmic Fury next week because there's not a major event next week, so we should be able to discuss Cosmic Fury next week. It's just not happening today. It's too much news, and that way you guys get an extra week to watch it if you need to. But we'll talk about Cosmic Fury next week. But this week, no Cosmic Fury spoilers. Ryan's on monitoring duty, so if you post spoilers, it's going to get deleted.
I'll delete it.
So keep that in mind. But I'll formally introduce Ryan Darklaw643.
Greetings, everyone.
You're the cosmic chat monitor.
Yeah, I'm the Morphin chat master.
Yeah.
I mean, other Power Rangers stuff. Man, the previews for next issues of Boom Power Rangers is insane.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I haven't read issue 112 yet, but like, God, 113 looks exciting.
We need to do a Power Ranger comics discussion one of these weeks. But we also have Fighter Cows, Jerry, who is streaming all week long. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming all week after this at 2 hours after you finish. I'm gonna be starting with Streets of Rage 2 with a challenge, and then all week I'll be doing different things.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just here for the Bandai and the cheese, but you don't have any cheese, do you?
No, I'm all out of cheese. I mean,
I have some in the fridge, but which cheese do you like? Do you like pepper jack or American?
do you like
that,
trying to be weathered bronze? Because that's a cheese that works with cheese. These coins look like cheese. Anyways,
they do.
For those wondering, a Master Morpher did arrive. Yes, there will be a Lightning Collection lottery. Yes, there will be a review, but the review is going to be once I figure out every single sound in this, not a second sooner. I'm going to get everything into one video. That's the
there's
goal
a lot
of this.
for people who don't know. There's a lot more secret sounds in the Master Morpher than I think we all expected to have.
There's a ton. I keep finding them.
Do a game fact FAQ for it.
Yeah,
I mean, you might need to. Yeah, we might need to outsource. I might need to post in the Discord, be like, "Here's a shared document. Put any Master Morpher sounds you found." I also did get my Omega Rangers. They will be getting a Lightning Collection lottery. It may be a two-parter. I haven't done the edit on it yet. There will be.
You already got it.
I'm going to announce it now. The Omega Ranger 4-pack will be getting an episode of Panels to Plastic, which is my new sub-series because the Ninja Turtles Mirage Comics one went so well. So it's going to be kind of we'll talk about the figures, of course, but also in relation to the original artwork and how they represent that from there.
I mean, are you gonna throw in Draken and Ranger Slayer just to make a longer video?
Yeah, I the current plan is to make it Omega focused, but it may also be let's throw in some other comic figures just to get it longer.
Okay, well, technically four because they're actually no wait, there's the turtles, so that's okay. There's more. There is more Boom figures than I remember.
You know what I'm going to do right now because I'm thinking about it. I'm going to start a thread. So if you're in the Discord server and you got a Master Morpher, let me just do this. I'm doing on the fly.
Speak of rules. If you swear, play the super chat swear jar, like the stream, and you like to join the Discord, link in the description below.
Yeah, check the description below. If you have access to the Discord in Command Center, I'm adding a thread called Master Morpher Secret Sounds. Post any secret sounds you find. I'm trying to get a.
You see any on Twitter? Just post it there.
Yeah, just share them with me anything, and I'm gonna make a list so the review can be good. Found for the Master Morpher, and ways to access will be helpful. So this is my community shout out moment, but there it is. It's a thread, so that way I can go find it easier. Go post in there if you all know stuff. Would greatly appreciate it because there's a lot. There's a lot of sounds in this.
When Sound makes a video, shout out the people who have discovered the sounds. And that includes if you found the sounds with your own master morpher and you post in the Discord.
I'd appreciate it. So yeah, that's kind of video updates. This week's videos are almost all done because I'm trying to work ahead. I got Halloween plans, and I want to get started.
So yeah, Soundout. Are we gonna get a Monster Season 2?
There's not going to be a Season 2 of Month of Monsters, but there will be a sequel to Month of Monsters. So there is something coming on I think Halloween is like a Tuesday, so it's going to be the Friday before Halloween. We are going to be doing a special I'm calling Revenge of the Month of Monsters. And it'll be
for how poorly it did. It's back for revenge.
It's coming back as one video, maybe some shorts here and there. But I will be doing that, and so in order to prep for that, you're going to see a lot of reviews over the next few weeks.
You know what you must do on that Monday, right? The 30th? You need to do like a tier list of all the Universal Monster movies or something like that.
Yeah, I should do something like that. There will be, let's see. So the videos will be kind of smaller while I go to prep for it. But you will still see reviews. I got my Map Room Indie. For anyone wondering, I did get the final Target exclusive indie figure, so we're good.
Did you get the
Dat Boy Steve? I did Halloween every day in October last year, and it was a ratings disaster. So I just knocked over indie. Oh no! Indie got the Omega Rangers. It's all over, guys.
Yeah. See you in hell.
Yep, he hit Kia first, so he knows what he's doing.
Did you get the Amazon exclusive indie Raiders indie?
The Shop Disney one with the pedestal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you get that one?
Yes, I did. Why are there retail exclusives for certain items? Because toy companies have to make business deals, and it makes us suffer.
If you guys don't know how it works, the stores usually pay for that figure to get the fund, and
then in turn they promise the toy company that they will stock the stuff. So yeah, Indie is stronger than the Omega's confirmed. He has a bigger stick too. But anyway, so sometime this month you will see the Raiders of the Lost Ark exclusive figure indie review. And everyone is obligated to go watch it because those underperform really bad. Psycho O's, I'm not even going to say your comment out loud because I don't want to jinx it, but you'll see.
Just like the indie franchise.
Just like the indie franchise. Yeah, so that's what's going on. This week, though, Tuesday short will be another Lightning Collection lottery. Not the Master Morpher or the Omegas. There's another one. I got another one, a little sneak one.
Remember, there's 3 more of the quote-unquote last wave.
Yeah, I have 5 more to get in like all of Lightning Collection still. I'm down to 5. So there will be more. But there's one tomorrow. Wednesday, we're going to get SH Figuarts Combinator Nago out of the way. Thursday will be a video game-related short, so I'm probably going to get comments similar to when Fighter Chaos ranked Persona characters and was called Mental. That'll be fun. And then Friday will be a Blu-ray haul, so that's going to be fun.
Oh, because it's the new quarter.
Yep, quarter's over. And then next week we'll be doing some more stuff. We'll see how it goes. Also, Psycho O says, to show your bravery, hit the like button on the stream. We really appreciate that. And someone always appreciates the indie videos, so I'm glad. I am getting Spider-Man 2 day 1. I got a comment where somebody asked, would you rank the live-action Spider-Man suits? And I thought, maybe I'll do that on a live stream, like the week.
Well, that'll be a quick one. Yeah. Does that include does that include Toy Spider-Man and the Subaraya Spider-Man suit?
I would include all the suits because I'm a maniac. But we might do that like the week of Spider-Man 2 or something. So there's all kinds of stuff going on in October, but it's gonna be a lot of reviews to kind of like give myself some space and time. So thanks for liking the videos, guys. Appreciate it. Okay. Did we do a chat rundown, or did we skip over that step?
we skip over so.
All right, chat rundown, and then we'll get to the news.
Jeremy Carr, Miteki T, Zeltrex, Dot Boy Steve, SA4 Jason, Collector K9, Jojo Star, Silver Bricks, RX000, Someone, Suckle Woes, Spin Dash, Common Jojo, Kaiju 1954, Tokusatsu Cosplay, Steve Listens, Walkman of Doom, anyone else?
Think we got everybody?
Jamie's World, that's LPH, and that should be it for everyone right now.
Cool. Just for Psycho was asked, and just to clarify, I cut the some news. I had to cut some news this week. There was too many pieces of
Do you have
news.
the Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you have the Yu-Gi-Oh news? Because
I got the
there's one
Yu-Gi-Oh
figure
news.
Okay, I
but
figured.
I cut the Fi's 20th stuff. I cut the King Oger stuff for like the show stuff. I just kept toy stuff this week. Because yeah. So, what anime do I recommend? Oh, that's a whole list on itself. We'll talk about it later. We got to get to the news. As a reminder, no Cosmic Fury spoilers in the chat. If you have questions about Cosmic Fury, you can ask me next week because we'll talk about it then. I didn't cut the Kamen Rider toy news. I cut the Kamen Rider show and movie news. Also because I don't have any context for Fives.
There's a difference.
There is a difference, yeah. Okay, for this autumn season, I have no idea. I don't even know what's coming out. I am very... For anyone wondering, I have very niche anime tastes. I say that, even though I follow popular stuff, but like I don't do seasonal anime, keep up with stuff.
Oh, me neither. I
only do ones that interest me, and like from one of the ones I've seen, at least the ones I've seen, there's no
Gundam, there's no Digimon, there's no adaptation of a manga I'm reading, so I have no idea what's going on.
This season has anything interest for me. The only one that's kind of
no, not this.
The
only
one interesting right now what I've seen coming this month is the season is Goblin Slayer season 2, and that's it.
Yeah,
there'll be ones where I like check out the first episodes, but like so that's it. But that's the only one I'm like actually interested in.
Oh, and for anyone wondering, because I saw Digimon mentioned,
there's a new Grendizer coming out. That's what I'll be watching.
Oh yeah,
whenever that comes out.
I think that's next year.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when the movie comes out. But if anyone's wondering if I was going to do a I don't know if I announced that I was doing a Digimon viewing guide this month, but it's happening next month. And we'll talk about why in the news.
I'm about to say.
Here we go. Strike updates. We always start with strike updates. The video game actors within SAG-AFTRA have voted with a 98.32% yes vote to go on strike if a deal is not reached with video game companies. So,
I wonder what that like 1 point something percent
said
no.
I want to know who said no.
But I guess it's this is not good. Not every. This is
34,687 votes.
There's some actors that are either fine where they are. Is probably my guess because there's some actors just like that, and I can't like say they're against. And usually they're not against these strikes. They just they're just comfortable where they are.
Yep, and also oh wow, the CEO of Miramax is gone. Thanks for the breaking news deadline.
Yeah.
Is that why the rights to Miramax things are getting out of the Miramax vault?
I think so, because I remember hearing about that.
That's pretty cool. All right. SAG-AFTRA did go and meet with video game industry leaders and did not reach a deal yet. They haven't gotten to the point of we're going on strike, but we are at a point of there is no deal currently, so we'll have to see how that goes. This is not going to probably affect any of the October games, because if a strike happens, it'll happen in November. It will not affect production of some games too.
Voice acting, voice acting is done actually way in advance.
Yeah, voice acting. So with video games, this isn't going to affect anything for a little bit, but they need to settle this quick. Otherwise, they could collapse their industry like the film industry decided to do. So,
not fully, because they always go non-union or other countries. Because that happened before.
Oh yeah, it always happens.
I remember specifically for Lego Marvel 2. That was that game had to be a UK voice production because not the first, but that year's video game strike was a voice actor strike was happening, so they had to outsource it to the UK.
Yep.
Um,
Going through this, let's see. So, Peacemaker said he posted a list of studios and games affected by the strike in the Discord. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. Mass Radiant says, Mark says there's a possibility of Ghost Game dub coming in English. Yeah, the English dub for Ghost Game is all but confirmed at this point. Hopefully,
I think it was. I think it was confirmed alongside.
I think around the time 2020 was coming
2020.
out, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're producing a Ghost Game dub." There was listings for it. Godzilla vs. Biollante may have already been freed by Criterion. We're still waiting for full confirmation. The big thing, well, yeah, if this goes on strike, it'll probably follow similar rules of like, don't promote these games for the companies for free because the actors can't. Which you shouldn't promote stuff for free for these companies anyways, you know?
True.
That's always the thing. It's always like my big thing is that what's the thing I always say? I make recommendations. I don't tell people what to do with their money.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fine line right there. Is I will recommend things, but like I don't.
I am very curious how this.
Yeah.
I'm very curious how this works because, it's not like because unlike movies, the video game industry is a lot more bigger than I mean, so is movies, but like I feel like when movies is usually under what was that the MP? What was the
AMPTP? Where that's
that.
because that's a alliance of producers that were speaking on behalf of the studios. The video game industry doesn't have that, which is why the negotiations were between like basically all the big publishers.
Yeah, because there's some this is more in the
this has never happened before. That's part of why like, it's kind of a big thing. And also, as a reminder, this isn't just voice actors. This is also motion capture actors, which are sometimes also the voice actors, but also sometimes you have somebody do motion capture or face capture. But they're not
for example,
the actual voice capture.
For example, Jason Font West from Time Force did the mocap for Leon S. Candy in Resident Evil 6, but he was voiced by Matthew Mercer in game. But I'm just curious because there are like this is more of the anime dubbing scene than it's same thing. It's voice actors no matter what. There are games that use union actors that are union. They even credit the voice actors and everything. And usually, you actually promote their games with those voice actors. And so I'm pretty sure they're pretty.
I mean, what did they do for Spider-Man 2 at Comic-Con? They took Yuri Lowenthal and the guy that plays Miles that I can't remember and Tony Todd, and they're like, look who's promoting our game, This
is I'm very curious how.
And video game actors are the most underpaid actors. Even under animation.
Oh, that's true. You basically just paid a McDonald's Happy Meal.
Yeah.
There's jokes. There's jokes.
A lot of video game voice actors have to negotiate up to minimum wage.
Yeah. I know there's some sad but true jokes the voice actors make for like people who do Honkai Star Rail, which is a gacha game where it's like that played the game themselves like I'm going to spend half my paycheck to get my character in the game because they don't give them they don't give them the character they play.
I don't know if that's the same with the Japanese ones because a lot of the Japanese character voice actors are well known, like Aoi Yuki. I don't know. If
I think it's the same thing over there. Probably.
It's probably similar. I mean, there was we could get farther into it probably in a different stream when we have less news. But like the whole Bayonetta voice actor pay problem controversy that enlightened a lot of things.
I mean, there's a joke that There was a joke Yuri Lowenthal did where
Yuri Lowenthal was like, "Oh yeah, I pre-ordered my Spider-Man 2 because I didn't want to miss out on 19 inches of Venom," and it's also like it's probably because they're not. He's not sure if he's going to get it.
I think he said like I pre-ordered because there could be a chance that I could or could not get a copy of the game.
And for anyone asking for clarity on which things get affected, if it's a Japanese studio, SAG-AFTRA can't really do anything because SAG-AFTRA is an American-based. It's an American-based union.
United States. Yep.
They can't fight with a Japanese company because unless they'd have to essentially they'd have to fight. They'd have to beef with Nintendo of America, not Nintendo. Square. I don't even know if Square have an American office.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
Yeah. So they had to go with the American versions, but they're starting with the US-based companies.
That's what I mean. Like, that's this whole SAG, the video game voice acting strike. It's interesting because it's again a much more bigger and international thing because there is SAG approved SAG dubbing stuff. So like I'm curious how would this work even.
We'll see how
and
it
all that
goes.
stuff.
The hope is that the video game companies are just going to be smart and just make a deal instead of dragging it out for months because they saw how
Well,
the movie studios went.
Kyle. Well, using Kyle. Well, yes, Helen Taylor is kind of a bad person in what she did. It's more of the discussion.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
why
the
I'd
best.
love to have the discussion about it because the thing is that like she really she wrecked her own situation. Like her getting recast was her own freaking fault, but the thing is once she said it, a bunch of other voice actors were like, "Oh yeah, let me talk about how I've been underpaid." And so that was what
Yeah,
kind of it opened it up more. It wasn't
the best. Yeah,
just
that was the like. Well, that
it
I think
wasn't
the
her. Like I think because she also like lied about the negotiation price and stuff, but
mm,
the discussion that came out after she was like they wanted to not only pay me this much money, a lot of video game voice actors were like, oh yeah, no, that happens to me all the time, and a lot of people talked about how like you don't negotiate in Japan for your pay rate. In Japan, you are given an offer, and if you don't take it, they'll just move on to somebody else. Whereas Western casting, you'll negotiate your pay schedule, but in Japan, a lot of it is they come to you and say, here's the part you're doing, here's the pay we're going to pay you. That's it. Like you take it or leave it, and if you leave it, they move on. They don't sit and negotiate. So
there's a reason why. There's a reason why a lot of voice actors also stream or are
yep.
VTubers, for example. Yeah, because that's their. And sometimes it gives them better pay
Mhm.
half the
So
time.
as always, we will keep updating week by week how this goes. It is impossible is actually very possible the SAG-AFTRA film and TV strike will end before the video game one does. If the film and TV one gets settled, the video game one's going to keep going forward the way it's going because it's a different group they're negotiating with. So there's
Mhm.
that. Now, on the good news, last week we did report that the WGA did make a deal with the AMPTP to end the strike, and the deal has been signed. The strike has ended. Writers are back to work, and they pretty much got everything they were looking for the most part. Minimum room size, meaning that you can have the studios can't restrict how many writers are in a room. Pay increases. AI can't write material. You have to disclose streaming numbers and residuals to match based on the success. Guaranteed second step for screenwriters, meaning that they don't take your script and then let an AI flesh it out. Script fees for staff writers and writing teams get full payment pension. Previously, if you co-wrote something with somebody, you couldn't use that money to go into your retirement fund. Now you can do that. Jackson Lansing here is a writer who typically writes with can't remember his writing partner's name, but they work on a lot of stuff together, so that's good for them. Voice actors and actors aren't in separate unions because it's still acting. That's the end of the simple answer there. So anyways, Jackson Lansing was happy. They won. It went well. That's the important part. Now, moving on to our next fight, because WGA fight's done. Talk shows are going back. SAG-AFTRA is meeting beginning Monday, October 2nd with the AMPTP. The AMPTP apparently will be bringing in some of the CEOs from the big studios, so this hopefully could get this going. But they are still on strike, even though they're on negotiation. The other reason, Muteki, you don't see it talked about on TV is they haven't gone on strike yet. They are threatening to strike. That is step one. Continuing forward with this, there was a statement made saying, today we're getting back to the bargaining table to fight for the contract you deserve. As we negotiate, we ask that you not let up. Keep turning out full-force picket lines and solidarity events around the country. Let the AMPTP hear your voices loud and clear. It makes a difference. We will continue to communicate updates with you directly, one day longer, one day stronger, as long as it takes. As always, if you're waiting for updates on how the negotiation went, always look for statements being made by the unions, this case being SAG-AFTRA, not from publications. If the publications are not citing the unions directly, then that may not be a fully truthful statement. So only believe stuff that comes from the unions directly. So there's that. But we'll see how it goes this week. I imagine, it took 10 days to negotiate the WGA deal. Let's see how long it takes for SAG. Because SAG has a bit of a stronger backing now that they gave the WGA such a good deal. So, yep. And we're still in hot labor summer has become hot labor autumn. Right, guys?
Yeah.
All right, adding to this, despite California Governor Gavin Newsom saying that he was supporting unions and supporting strikes. The bill that was passed in the California House and Senate for giving unemployment insurance to striking workers was vetoed and rejected by the governor of California. So if you ever see this guy running on a platform of I support unions and want to help them out, remember that the one time he could have, he didn't. That's all I got here. I don't live in California, but this guy wants to run for president one day, and I'm not going to forget this. I just wanted to give everybody a heads up on this, that he said he was supporting workers, but ultimately did not at the end of the day. So, at this point, this is the end of strike updates. If you have any questions about strike updates, start rolling through the chat while we prep our next story.
I thought you were going to say start visiting your local strike library.
Oh my god, imagine if we had strike libraries. I'd be there every day. It was funny one time, like, one of my friends was like telling me about his job, and he's like, yeah, we're thinking about going on strike. I'm like, ooh, can I join your picket line? I love strikes, guys. I love telling companies, you got to pay us better. You got to give us better rights because we deserve it. We were the backbone of you. Newsom did raise minimum wage for fast food workers. Sure.
But
it's getting to the that only helps one industry. This bill would have helped all the industries and everybody striking. So
it gets to the point where I kind of feel bad because I got raised today at work and I'm getting worried, like, am I going to get paid better than voice actors? And I'm like, oh god.
You probably already are.
Exactly. You say, this is probably already, exactly.
Yeah.
This is like I think it's my third raise I ever gotten working in my company. So
congrats! I was making more than video game voice actors working for the U.S. Census. It was a temp job for like 11 months. I
was making more when I was just basically a glorified line cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
Kaiju 1954 says hopefully when the animation uses the same as SAG and WGA, they will renegotiate. Yeah. The Animation Guild is up next year. Their contract is up next year, and IATSE, which is the union that covers all the crew positions and below-the-line work, and also now VFX workers that have joined up, they also, I think their contract also goes up next year. So we will support them like we supported the writers and actors this year. Because that's what we gotta do.
If you really want to see what the effects of Writer Strike had, do you guys been seeing that Toy Story like NFL Fun Day thingy?
Yes. They animated a Toy Story football game to fill a slot.
Because the Writer Strike was having it.
They also they started cutting episodes of Survivor and Amazing Race into 90-minute segments to fill their entire evening block.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we boosted the time on these two shows. The CW, the only thing they got going on is a weird show about fish attacking a village. It's just how it's going. Yeah, how's New York LPH with the water? I've been seeing some horrifying video.
I saw some too.
We have to say because that's Wheels there, is it? Because I know Yale is in.
He's in Hongston, so he's
upstate. He's not in the city.
Yeah, in the cities where it's been the worst, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Wheels is upstate, so that's nice. I will say that like the flooding is crazy. So, hey, speaking of corporations, the RightStuf Crunchyroll store thing that we've got going on. We talked about this last week, that RightStuf is closing October 10th, and it's going to become Crunchyroll store the next day, right? We talked about this last week, and we had to sit and speculate because there wasn't a lot of good details. Over the last week, in fact, a lot of this came out like after we did a stream. I think it was like the Tuesday. Yeah, the following Tuesday.
Yeah.
We got all the questions answered I think we were posing. So, first up, Crunchyroll confirmed to Manga Alerts via DM that they will honor RightStuf Anime's pricing model on manga and home video when the merger happens. And I said, okay, let's see it when the proof happens. And the Crunchyroll Shop Twitter account posted this, saying, excited, we've already started marking down our prices. So yeah, no, Dragon Ball Superhero is down to $29.99. You know what, Datboy Steve, I like that. Crunchy stuff. I use Crunchimation a lot, or Funny Roll.
Funny Roll. I like Funny Roll.
I like Funny Roll too.
I like. Was it either Crunchy stuff or right Roll?
I think Crunchy stuff is great.
Yeah, Crunchy
stuff sounds like a snack. It's perfect.
Yeah, so Crunchyroll store tweeted this out. I dug around their shop. Yep, they're lowering prices back down. Great. Check one, That's all good. Welcome, Ghost Trains. Then step 2. We got Crunchyroll confirmed that the high quality packaging will not change after the merge as well. All right,
I'm
check
glad to hear
2. I mean, I guess we have to wait till somebody orders something from the new store and gets it, but it's likely. When too many things line up, I pretty much just call them as I see them. All right, Crunchyroll also confirmed they're adopting the RightStuf model of charging with shipment, not charging when you make the order. Check number 3.
Yay.
And then the last one, which was a bit up in the air because of Media Blasters talking about it. According to Crunchyroll Shop, because someone asked, will you guys sell live-action Blu-rays and Discoteks and the likes of such? And Crunchyroll Store said yes, so live-action isn't in trouble. Check number 4. So, sounds like Crunchy Stuff is just RightStuf under a new name.
Basically, they did the right thing of just like, oh, you guys do better than us. We'll just keep you.
Just let you keep. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just use our name.
They did the better of the 2 options, which is the other one would have been we just wanted your name, get out of here.
Yeah, I think that's what it sounds like. I imagine they're just gonna quietly close the Crunchyroll Store warehouse one day, and it's just gonna stay as the RightStuf.
I like I imagine like a gag where you just take the Crunchyroll mascot girl and just like gets out like nails and wood and just dunk dunk and just place the Crunchyroll name over the RightStuf name, and that's it. Basically.
So of course we'll see how this all shakes out post October 10th, but it's sounding pretty solid, honestly. Will they guarantee shipment early before street date? Maybe. If it's the same warehouse, they had the same policy. If it comes in, we ship it out. It doesn't matter what the date is. So we'll see. But even if that goes back to, we just get things at release date, that's not the worst outcome.
It's a classical. This is one of those like monopolies are still bad, but at least the damage was nothing.
It's like I said when Disney Plus was like monopolizing stuff. I'm like, the least you could do is just put all my Marvel stuff in one place.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be monopolizing, at least make it convenient for the customer. And so it is sounding like we're getting RightStuf under a new name, not Crunchyroll Store under, or not. We're not losing RightStuf. Basically, we're just getting a rebrand. And
the soul's still there, just under a new name.
Exactly. And we can call it Crunchy Stuff. I think we're going to call it Crunchy Stuff. I think that's really fun. Now, this is good news considering Discotek Media has announced on October 16th, 2 weeks from today at 9 p.m. Eastern, they will be doing a not-so-very-spectacular Discotek Media Day live on their YouTube page.
Because they're not using it now.
Yeah,
Thanks,
they're not.
Thanks, Twitter.
Ghost Trains, I don't know if Data actually went up for pre-order yet. I haven't seen anything either. So we'll see what happens, but it's in 2 weeks. We'll talk about it more later. Speaking of Blu-rays, Shout Factory's December releases are kind of cool. There's some good stuff here. So we've got, let's see. Should I just roll through these, and if you guys have questions?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, seems right.
Point Break's coming to 4K. Woo. Last Man Standing, starring Bruce Willis.
The remake.
Stephen King's The Dead Zone on 4K Blu-ray. JFK on 4K Blu-ray. Clue on 4K Blu-ray, which is exciting because I didn't buy the Blu-ray version. I dragged my feet on it.
It has all the endings, I'm assuming, does it?
We're hoping. We haven't gotten a special features list yet, but I'm kind of hoping it has all 4 endings. What's next? We got Showdown at the Grand Blu-ray, whatever that is. The Ring Collection, which is going to come with The Ring and The Ring 2 and Rings.
I think those are the American films. I don't think those are the original Japanese films.
Yeah. The Kill Room is coming in 4K and Blu-ray, and then Shaun the Sheep is getting a complete series Blu-ray.
All right, there's the moneymaker right there.
And then Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 4.
Ooh, more Shaw. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking for the 4th ending on Clue, right? Like the first 3 were on the last one, but is the 4th ending is the one that's missing, right? Kyle asks, I wonder if Discotek is going to do it on YouTube, not because of another incident on their account getting suspended like last time. I'm assuming they'll be more careful than when they were on Twitch. They've been doing more with their YouTube, and I think that's just part of it. But we'll see how it goes.
Well, I think the biggest thing is Twitter's stupid. So just in case something happens.
I will say, Shaun the Sheep following up right after a Wallace and Gromit set that comes out this month.
The good old crackling collection.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. There's a lot more Aardman stuff coming out. So
Indeed.
yeah. All right. That was Shout. I clicked it again. Ignore that. We're going on to Arrow Video for more stuff you've never heard of. Oh yeah, that's right. Arrow did the Ringu collection, and then Shout's doing the Ring collection.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, so it's the American films.
That's cool. All right, Arrow Video has the 4K version of The Warriors coming out. My dad did happy about that.
Nice.
That's cool.
Great classic movie. I haven't told my dad about it yet, but I need to tell him. It's his birthday tomorrow, so this is like it's an early birthday gift from Arrow to be like, hey,
my dad just ordered that off of TV and be like, hey, kid, you need to watch this. And I'm like, what?
Hey, kid, how old were you?
I was like 8.
Oh my god.
He was like, you need to watch The Warriors right now.
It's got the theatrical cut and the alternate 2005 version.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the 2005 version adds like comic book panels in the beginning. I remember right, something like that.
That's pretty cool. We got Savage Gun's 4 classic westerns, including I Want Him Dead, El Puro, Wrath of the Wind, 4 of the Apocalypse. You can call this the Pookie Chronicles of the Power Rangers Twitter. So I've seen these same words so many times in relation to Rangers stuff. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Datboy Steve, for wishing early birthday to my dad. I'll let him know. And then there's also a Child's Play collection coming out in 4K and Blu-ray, including Child's Play 2, 3, Bride, Seed, Curse, Cult, and Living With. That's coming out only in the UK though, so you're gonna have to.
That's nice because and that's why it's UK only because I know the Chucky. Does it have the first film or no? Because I know that
it does have the first film. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm assuming that's why
it says it's the 2012 restoration from MGM, so they sub-license the MGM disc. So, everything else is 4K. Everything else is 4K from Shout, and then the first disc is just Blu-ray from MGM.
Yeah, because the Child Play series, only the first one's only owned by MGM. The rest is I think it's Sony, or Universal. The rest is Universal.
I don't think it has any of the reboot stuff. I think it stops at Living with Chuckles.
Yeah, no. I've reached the TV shows not on that set either.
I like Psycho was calling my dad Soundwave. That's funny.
Wait, so if your dad is the dad Soundwave, what will be your mom's nickname?
Roll up?
I don't know. She always uses Queenie in like Animal Crossing and stuff. And there's also the Day of the Locust. That's also coming out. But look at this Warriors set, guys. Look at this intense thing. Comes with a Subway guide booklet, and posters, and cards.
That's the old
Arrow Video. Yeah. Arrow Video makes some great, fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I love Arrow Video. Anyways, that's all coming out in December. That's it for Blu-ray news, guys. That's all there is this week.
All right. Did we get
easy.
The Bandai's? Did we get ready for the Bandai?
Well, I mean, technically this is Bandai too, but Soundcord, that sounds cool. Soundcord is the alternate name for the Soundout Discord protocol. Warriors come out and play, but the real men are coming out for Digimon Adventure 02 the beginning. Fandango and Atom Tickets have listed tentatively, no showtimes yet, a US screening for November 8th. I gotta tell you guys, this is crazy.
Select theaters?
Select theaters, it's the Fathom event, one night only thing. It's probably subbed, you know. I gotta tell you guys, this is kind of amazing because this movie comes out in Japan October 27th, and it's in the US for a Fathom event screening November 8th. That is the fastest I've seen any Japanese movie come out over here ever.
I'm gonna see if there's any.
Even Dragon Ball waits a month. Dragon Ball waited a month or two. Shin Kamen Rider waited 2 months. Shin Ultraman took 13. Yeah, I remember Mazinger Z. Was that
Mazinger Z Infinite?
Infinite, yeah. Mazinger Z Infinite came out like a month later. I've never seen Toei push a movie like 2 weeks later.
They recognize that Digimon has an international audience.
There's also another reason. There's a new card game set based on this movie coming out in November.
The tie-in with. Oh man, if there's a theater near me that plays it, I'm gonna go. I didn't see Ultraman, I didn't see Kamen, but Digimon, I'll go out my way to see if I can make it tonight.
I'm going either way because self-employed. I can set my own hours. Be like, I'm going to this.
Did you make it? Digimon's an exception.
If I have to do a road trip for it, I'll do a road trip for it. This is the
And
week. This is literally like 2 days before the Marvels comes out. I think it's on a Wednesday.
If you do a road trip, you know what soundtrack they say play on your radio when you're doing a road trip. You need to get the Digimon the movie soundtrack and just play that blasting out the car.
I should, yeah. If I have to road trip this, it's going to be like a loop of Digimon music. Yeah. So Discotek's been releasing the Blu-rays for Digimon, and we'll see what else they have beyond just. We know they have the first 2 shows and the first 3 movies, but I feel like they have more. But Toei owns everything originally, and they're licensing it. Russian Wanderer asks, hoping for the G-Reco films or Seed at Fathom events. I could see the Seed movie getting a Fathom event. I don't think the G-Reco movies will at this point, because there's too many of them.
There's too many, and G-Reco's a little more obscure.
Yeah, I think Seed Freedom getting a Fathom event would happen, because we got a Fathom event for Narrative, and Char's Counterattack, and Hathaway. No, wait, did Hathaway... Oh, Hathaway was going to have one, but COVID. And we did get a Crunchyroll night screening for Doan's Island. So, welcome, Don Ranger Power. Psychos, we don't know when the 02 Blu-ray is coming out. It's just scheduled for this year. We'll probably find out in 2 weeks at the stream. I'm excited about this. This is great, and the fact that Digimon is coming out this freaking quick is throwing me off. So, for those of you keeping track at home, guess when the Digimon viewing guide's coming out? November 8th. Because it's a Wednesday. So, there you go, guys. There you go. There's my full circle announcement. I was going to originally release the Digimon viewing guide for the Japanese release of the movie, because we didn't know when the US release would be happening. But now I'm like, I'll just wait 2 weeks, and we'll put it out then. It'll be a good time. And then going alongside that, we should get some more details on whether that screening will be dubbed or subbed and whatnot. Boom. Digimon will be at New York Comic-Con 2023 with a panel, a booth, card game stuff, photo ops, and more.
I imagine this is where the Ghost Game dub might be get revealed, probably.
It might be. We might get Ghost Game dub news. We might get... I think we're going to get 02 movie news of, like, the official... Because it's not official yet. Those are just listings, right? I think they'll officially announce it and say it's happening. The Digimon Past and Future panel will be happening on
Isn't the Dragon Ball panel?
Yeah.
Isn't the Dragon Ball panel also going to be New York Comic Con?
Yes, there is a Dragon Ball panel at New York Comic Con as well. It will have people from the producer of the original Digimon Adventure in 02 series will be there, as well as a special look at the new movie. And here's the part that's big news, everybody. Digimon Adventure 02 The Beginning, which premieres in the United States, Latin America, Australia, and New Zealand this fall. So it's coming out everywhere. I mean, not everywhere, because like it doesn't mention Europe at all, but it's coming out in a bunch of the world. So
this is so great.
Yep. I will also add that this is insane. Also, because like Gridman Universe, we're still waiting to find out when that's coming out, and yet here we go with Digimon. They're like, let's go. We got cards to sell.
Well, that's when it made. That's Crunchyroll's fault because what was it? I know it's the homie is coming out this month in Japan.
Yeah, the Japanese Blu-ray comes out this month for Goodman Universe, and we still don't know when the US release is going to be because Crunchyroll sucks at distributing movies. They flubbed Superheroes release over here so badly.
It did.
Even though it did well, it kind of was like very last. It really kind of did feel like last minute. Oh,
I found out about the release date from a poster printed at my movie theater.
Well, I don't think that was the worst part because I think a lot of people were expecting to get a limited release. No, it was like it was not like it was available for. It was practically like released like a normal movie.
Yeah.
It was within like limited. It's not like a fan event.
Yeah, it wasn't a fan event, and that's kind of how Broly was, but it didn't make as much as Broly because they didn't advertise it. They did zero marketing for Superhero.
I think how well did One Piece film Red? I think that did.
That one did better, yeah.
because I think they actually bothered to market that.
They marketed it. They're like, they didn't bother marketing superhero, which is crazy. Yeah, last major movie release from Crunchyroll I know of was Gundam Doan's Island, and guess how you want to talk about flubbed releases? Doan's Island had a New York Comic Con screening, then it had a Crunchyroll Nights screening that was only in the East Coast, and then it went up on Crunchyroll, and they didn't announce it was on Crunchyroll till a week later, and the only way to find it originally was as an episode in season 2 of the original Gundam show.
It was also, I mean,
it wasn't even on its own page like it should be.
They also we didn't even know there was a dub for it.
We didn't even know there was a dub. Yeah, I didn't know for like a month.
I mean, that was the same. That was the same thing with G-Witch. G-Witch dub. The G-Witch dub was like Shadow Drop. We did not.
They didn't say anything. And that's kind of what I hate about Crunchyroll and why it sucks that they're the ones bringing it all up is because they don't market anything. They don't do any marketing. They just throw stuff up.
They market the things they care about or partner with, but they don't care about like things.
I'm like,
that,
if you're not going to market it, why even license it?
Because I think even the Witch of Mercury dub wasn't even done by Crunchyroll. I think it was simply done by Ultraman. I think so. It wasn't even done by their in-house studio, quote unquote.
Yep. Jeremy Carson's fed about superhero in my Facebook feed by a friend that typed the date into a post. Yeah,
you told me that it was a release as a regular movie.
Yep, and I only knew what the date was when it was coming out was because I was at my theater watching another movie and I walked past a poster for superhero and there was a date right there and I posted it on Twitter and I was like, I guess this is when the movie's coming out.
It is honestly a miracle that it did pretty well, honestly.
Yeah, it's amazing it made any money at all, considering the lack of marketing. Bamco did drop the ball at the Doan's Island Gunpla. They're all P Bandai. I'm stupid.
I think at this point, Grim and you should just plop onto Crunchyroll. Like, what's the point of making a Fathom? Just plop.
I think Crunchyroll's just going to drop Gridman Universe, dub and sub, same day, not say anything, and then people are going to find it. You know.
Yeah, because what's the point? I think what's the point? Yeah. Because it, not saying there's no hype for them. No, there is, but it's more of like, what's the point of making this big fan event for it when it's because before.
I mean, it's always spoiled everything, anyways, too. So.
Yeah, that doesn't help. But like with their other fan events, that was before the Homiya release in Japan. Yep. That's usually like months.
It's amazing how Shin Kamen Rider had less of a botched release than Gridman Universe.
Yeah, so. But with Gridman Universe, like, what's the point of making a big Fathom like in theaters event when it's already out in home media Japan, which that means it's probably already being pirated because HD high quality rips. So to fight the piracy, just dump it. Just dump it on
Crunchyroll. Give me a Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so I think NYCC this year is definitely more anime focused. The Anime Expo screening was a sub screening. Futo Tante, I wouldn't be waiting on a Blu-ray because Crunchyroll puts out like 2 or 3 Blu-rays a month now, and it's only big stuff. They don't do like and that's another problem I have with Crunchyroll, and that's also the problem with cutting out Funimation as a company because now
Funimation was just all this.
It's too condensed. You can't do as much as when if you had 2 companies.
Yeah, like with Funimation, they'll release everything. They like if it got essentially a dub, they will release it. They will release it no matter what show. Yep. Now, only the big shows will get like Blu-rays now. Like only the big ones. Like
welcome Hellfire. We're all broke.
Welcome.
Yeah, but Shin Kamen Rider having less botch release than Shin Ultraman is surprising. Honestly, we'll just have to see what happens if it never gets to disc.
Yeah.
At least you can watch on Amazon Prime and the subtitles are good. So.
What's that? Cleopatra picks up Kamen Rider, Shin Kamen Rider. No!
So speaking of Sandland. Sorry, I'm moving on. Datboy Steve, if you're trying to get the 3rd version disc of Shin Ultraman, go to the Cleopatra Records website, contact them, and say that's what you want.
You should do a short of how to get the Cleopatra disc.
I'm going to have to do a whole video talking about the 3rd disc because I got thoughts. Short answer, it's the best we're getting. I still don't like it. And SAG-AFTRA will affect NYCC if the strike is still ongoing. So, moving on. Here's Sandland. Good old Beelzebub. SH Figuarts Beelzebub from Sandland here.
Sandland? I thought was just a new video game that Toriyama was working on. No, it was a manga series. I think the
Oh
2000s.
my God, Ryan, you're so young.
I know. I feel bad.
Jerry, we
feel
need to
so
school the
bad.
child.
It's so weird. I never heard
They
about it.
pushed
'Cause I'm a big-
Sandland so hard in the early 2000s because of Toriyama.
'cause
Because it was a
well-
Toriyama manga, they pushed Sandland as the next Dragon Ball in the early 2000s. They tried pushing it so hard, and
Is it like
it didn't
how
go
much-
well. And it never had an anime adaptation, and now we're getting an anime adaptation and a video game.
Was it like how I think do you guys remember Blue Dragon?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like how they tried
Yeah,
to push
yeah.
Blue Dragon, yeah.
It was like trying to push Blue Dragon the next Dragon Quest because they got Toriyama to do
Mhm.
the character designs.
Oh, this was fully Toriyama for the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, let's see, when did Sandland come out in Japan? Sandland was published, let's see, let me get the actual Japanese date. It was published starting in 2000 in Japan. They brought it over so quick. I have the Shonen Jump magazines to prove how much they were
Dude.
pushing it.
Is he even on the Shonen Jump app? I'm gonna check right now.
I don't know, actually.
If it's not, then okay, it is on one volume. Oh,
it's
God.
not that long,
short.
yeah.
Yeah, it's short. Very
It's
short. I
super
read it.
short. I think it's what is it a movie or is it a series? I can't remember. I think it's a movie.
Oh, the Sunrise is gonna be a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
Sunrise, man. I
Also,
didn't think they
Sunrise
could
is
do
doing it, not
Toriyama.
freaking Toei.
Yeah,
Not
not
Toei.
Toei. And
Does it-
Sunrise is doing pretty dang good with it. I'm like, yo,
Mm.
they could do Toriyama style pretty good.
Yeah, so to capitalize on that, Bandai, who owns Sunrise, is making an SH figure art of Beelzebub. I'm actually I'm waiting till we get closer to the movie to just read the manga again because I remember the big push for this. It didn't succeed, mind you. That's why I had no lasting impact. But there was a big push for it.
I mean, it kind of does feel like that since.
Yes, Muteki, I
even-
do want a Jacko the Galactic Patrolman show. Oh, you mean Sandland? Yeah, I would like a show out of one volume. I don't mind.
You know what it kind of feels like? Because man, Sandland's so obscure. Because they even braggable people talk about it, or just because they'll talk about Dr. Slump.
The only people that know
that.
Sandland are the people that were reading Shonen Jump between 2002 and 2004.
So it does really feel like Bandai is really Bandai or Shueisha's taking advantage of people who have fully forgotten it, so they're trying to bring it back with aha, a brand new thing for Akira Toriyama, not realizing it's adapting a decade-old manga.
20-year-old manga, yeah.
Manga.
Also going alongside that, the Chogokin Sandland Royal Army Tank Corps tank is coming, which just looks freaking cool.
Which also teases other characters.
The other characters it comes with, because this isn't to scale with the figure arts, this comes with minifigures of the other characters.
Ah, okay.
So you get all three of the dudes there. This is your main crew vehicle for Sandland. Ooh, a Sandland hardcover would be great. I'd like a new printing in general, though, because it has been out of print for a very long time.
I won't be sure they'll reprint the manga when the movie and game comes out.
Yep. Anyways, we missed that last week. We talked about it now. Ryan showed his age. I showed mine. Let's talk about Chainsaw Man. I don't always have good transitions, guys.
Speaking of Pooch, I see Poochie back there.
Poochita is our mascot of the streams now, just so everybody knows. Switch camera from. Poochita has now been designated mascot of the streams now. Okay, he's just going to be, if he's not in the background, if you do not see Poochita, I expect the chat to be asking, where's Poochita?
Where's Poochita?
Where's Poochita?
If you do not see Poochita, you should be asking, where is Poochita? You'll also ask that if you know nothing about Chainsaw Man and actually enjoy the material. Anyways.
I have to go now.
My plan.
And I would play that soundboard, but I don't know if that'll get you in trouble.
Copyright.
Yeah, it's best to kind of...
I must go now. My plan me.
Nope,
So,
he died on his way to some planet.
Surprisingly, retail, coming out in February, for 7,700 yen is SH Figuarts Denji from Chainsaw Man.
I mean, it's the same price as the Chainsaw Man. I mean, literally, it's the same figure with new arms and head.
And it looks great, and it looks 1,000 times better than the Figma.
The Figma's garbage. God, that figure was
and
so
it also
bad.
comes with he comes with faces and hands and axe and magazine and a Poochita with 3 different faces. And look at him. Don't make him cry by the figure. That's what he's telling me, right?
Can he hold? Oh, I can. Then I hope he can hold. He can hold Puccia.
He probably can. Like they have Puchita in a sitting pose, and Datboy Steve requested a Puchita look. So here's Puchita. Look at him. He's precious. He's
A
my
little
precious
bean.
little
The bean.
bean dog. Yeah.
Beans with legs.
Yep. So yeah, Puchita is the mascot of the streams. So it's official now. He's just I don't know. He brings me joy. He gets to sit closer this week. But yes, it's a Puchita and Denji set, not the other way around. I agree. I'm getting this though. It'll be my second Chainsaw Man figure. SH Monster Arts Puchita when I don't want to say spoilers.
You remember that SJ Figures Pikachu? You heard that horrifying SJ Figures Pikachu they did?
Yes.
They should do SJ Figures Puchita, or just a big Puchita.
Yes, it is a Pikachu, Psycho, as you called Pikachu. That is Pikachu. I have a lot of Pokemon plushes just chilling because I don't know what else to do with them. The Night Scream. Yeah, I don't have time this week. We'll do it. Well, maybe we'll get Night Scream next week because I did mention that last week. I kind of forgot about that. Welcome, Soul Man. All right, next SH Figure Art. Welcome to Soundout. Has not read enough One Piece yet, so beware. Trafalgar Law in the Raid of Onigashima outfit. This is the next One Piece figure art. I had to go with Ami Ami on this because for some reason Figsoku did not have an article on Trafalgar. So I'm just going to have to blow this up real quick. So here he is. I got to say that as a figure, he looks great. He looks really cool. I think his cape looks like a complete drag on the figure and an absolutely big travesty of a piece there. It doesn't look good in any single pose.
I mean, if you want to get a law, if you ever want to get a law figure cheap, the Anime Heroes one is not bad at all. But that's just based off his
His
time
earlier
skip
look.
his earlier look. So
yeah,
looks really nice. I mean, all the One Piece figure arts look nice. It just the only ones I'll probably get are like Yamato. Probably is gonna be the Luffy and the Yamato. Oh, that's it. Because I can't afford Kaido. I'm not even at Wano yet.
For those wondering, with Chainsaw Man, I recommend the manga more than the anime because that's a personal thing. I liked the anime for the most part, but I really prefer the manga. I also don't like supporting MAPPA, so there's that. Going back to unions and striking. But yes, let's talk about the face on Trafalgar here. Trafalgar, yeah, I'm saying that right.
You can just call him Wall. All the characters call him Wall.
Look at this face, guys.
The face sculpts for the cartoony face sculpts for the One Piece figures are amazing.
It's like the Naruto cartoony face is being like the best. Guess what? He comes with a matching one for Luffy.
That's great.
I don't know the context. I will get there one day. I promise. I just hit chapter. I think I just crossed 140. So I'm still like 1,000 chapters behind.
Where are you? What arc are you on?
Drum Island.
Drum Island, okay.
Tony Chaplin. That's where I'm at. But yeah, Law looks great. I don't like the cape as much, but that's also me going, I wish it was cloth because I'm dumb like that. It doesn't look like it comes off either. So you're kind of stuck.
I'm surprised it's not was it vinyl cape that the Omni? Again, it was a premium edition. I'm pretty sure that's only exclusive to the premium figure arts and such like that.
Trafalgar. Yeah, I think that's his name is a reference to that because that's a place. It's a location. I closed my tab. Oh
no. Well, much as this going in law, I'm still like, can we complete the Straw Hats first? It's my frustration.
I really just need them to make Nami and Nico.
Robin, because I don't think Bandai America's ever gonna do them.
We need the ladies. Let's get the lady. Go back to doing all the other stuff after. You know what I mean?
It's just like that's kind of
priorities. Come on.
Yeah.
I think it's just the kind of frustration where it's like the Straw Hats are like a big crew, so I feel like you could just do them first. I mean, but because that's got the opposite problem. Well, maybe besides not having Robin and Nami, but the Anime Heroes. My problem with Anime Heroes is there's no villains.
That's true.
It's all heroes.
It's all Straw Hats and then Ace, Shanks, and Law.
So can I have can I have some villains? So please, so they can fight.
Spin Dash. It says, I fear if they complete the core team, too soon. No one will buy the other characters after that happens. That is a Figuarts tactic. We're still missing a Tiger and Bunny hero, though, and that line's dead, so... I will say, too, that, like, Naruto's been making sure that they're, like, sprinkling in the big hitters. You know, they haven't done Itachi yet, or Gaara, but they've done, like, Orochimaru, like, that kind of thing, so...
I mean, with Dragon Ball, they still... I think, did they finish the Namek set yet? I think they're on Android now, right?
Yeah, they're on Android stuff now.
So, because
Psychos, I cut anything that was a teaser, because it was just irrelevant.
I think with Dragon Ball, we still yet to get Videl figures, and we probably won't get one until they get to Boo.
We're gonna get an Anime Heroes Videl before we get a
they did 18.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Hellfire. That's a good point. Bandai America could do Nico and Robin in their pre-time skip designs. I think that could happen.
But I
said Nico and Robin and not Nami and Robin, didn't I?
Yeah. Like
I've done that before. So
they could do that, but they'll look. They could definitely do that, but they'll look out of place next to your time skip everybody else.
I think you should just do pre-time skip everybody, and then do. That's how you do it. I don't know.
But yeah, I think that's the. Yeah, I think at that point
that'd be one solution.
Everybody. Yeah.
Guys, it is. We're on hour 2 now of the stream. We've been talking a lot.
We haven't got to the big Bandai stuff.
we haven't even touched Bandai Narakiri yet. We're about to start Bandai Hobby. You guys ready to do Bandai Hobby?
Yep.
All right. Figurized standard Ultraman suit Jack. I don't know if this is the animation or the regular, but like here we go.
I think it's based on the manga because of an accessory comes because I don't think he used that accessory in the anime.
He didn't use these in the show. He comes with his shoulder cannons. He comes with his giant axe thing that looks sort of like the Jack weapon.
That's 12 inches.
He's also 17. He's also 170 millimeters on his own.
He's 6 point. I think he's 6.5. Like he's the size of a Bandai Legacy figure.
Yes, he's massive. Here's him doing an Obari pose. I also agree with Hellfire. I prefer Nami's pre-time skip design too. The post-time skip one just looks too... It's too...
Naked?
Yeah, it doesn't look... it's not practical at all. Same for, like, Nico Robin's post-time skip look also just looks comfy, but, like, not practical.
Yep.
That's like... It's like, if they were just wearing that casually, sure, but then they go into fights, and I'm like... How are you not, like, losing something? But anyways. Yes, if you want 12 inches of Ultraman Jack, get ready for it.
He looks great. I mean, he looks great. I love the big Hulkbuster Jack suit. Well, I'm one to collect.
I'm sitting over here jealous my figure art doesn't come with a giant axe and some shoulder cannons. You know, that's what I'm at.
I think the figure art's based... Is the figure art based on the anime?
Yeah, the figure arts are all based on the anime. These are all based on the manga.
Yeah, so that's probably why. Because I don't think they never used the...
He looks great. All right. Bandai Narakiri time. Let's go. Narakiri is a word that here means roleplay stuff that Bandai's shoving down our throats so quickly you're going to think that they should pay you for the experience. That was probably the worst joke I've made in a while. I apologize. October Blazar stuff. There is a new stone set. This is stone set number 6, right? 5. It comes with the Earth Garen, which comes with an exclusive animation along with the Earth Garen transformation sound and Earth Garen lines. The Taiga Stone for Ultraman Taiga, Trigger Glitter Eternity Trigger, and Decker Dynamic. So, boom. Earth Garen, Taiga. I don't know why we're doing form ones in a main set, but whatever. These are basically like, as the deluxe ones are going to be the ones that do the fancy stuff. So you can become Earth Garen. You can. I love the Blazar Brace. I haven't bought any other stone sets yet, but number 6, Delta Rising, will include Zet Delta Rise Claw, Geed Galaxy Rising, Reboot, and Gavadon. Gavadon's one of the kaiju. So here is Gavadon. Here is Geed Galaxy Rising. Here is Zet Delta Rise Claw, and Reboot. So there's that set. We're starting to run out of main guys, right? Like, because we're starting to do forms.
They kind of did speed run through the new gens.
They did. I kind of want to finish that, especially because there is the Blazar Stone official binder, which I wish they would have started with because like this is
Oh no,
handy.
oh no, I'm getting Yokai Watch flashbacks.
Oh, this is literally the same design as the Appmon chip folder. Like same exact design too. Should I grab the here? Let me stand by for Appmoning.
Look at the Poochie chat.
Look at the Fuchita. Let me just. All right, here we go. For those that may not be aware, JoJo Star, if you have to leave early, that's fine. There will be a replay will be available right after. Anyways, let me flip back here. This is it's the same square design with the Appmon chips, where you could put. This one held like 9 a page, though. I don't think this one holds that many, but. There's a lot of Appmon chips.
I only think there's that much Blazar stones compared to Appmon chips.
This isn't even all the Appmon chips. This is like I had to buy a second one of these to put the rest of them in there. But yeah, it looks like this. Plastic binder thing.
I forget. Do you have a complete set of app chips?
I have every Appmon chip I could get my hands on, but that doesn't mean that I own all of them because there is no master list to know if I have all of them.
Thanks, Bandai.
I know I don't own the Agumon Appmon chip because that was a promo item and it was really hard to get.
Was that the one in the show was a game, not the.
Yeah. This is funny because this Appmon folder does say it was for the version 1.0 booster series, and then they never made a 2.0 or 3.0 or 4.0 binder, so. It's not. They don't have slots specific to the Appmon chips. Funny story too. This isn't the first time. Okay, I'll get up. This isn't the last time this happened. As I knock stuff off my shelf, guys, this is what I do. This is what I do for you on live streams. All right. This is what you get on live streams. So there's all this, and then they did it again because when they went and did dim cards for the Vital Bracelet. They did a dim card folder. This is the dim card evolution file, right? And this one had a actual thing where you had like Impulse City and Ancient Warriors, and then you get a little sheet that shows the evolution requirements for Impulse City and Ancient Warriors. And the next page, Agumon, Agumon, Gabumon. And then Volcanic Blaze and Blizzard... Volcanic Beat and Blizzard Fang. Same thing. And then... Infinite Tide and Titan of Dust. And then the last page was for the promo versions of Black Roar and Shadow Howl. And then that was it. They never made a second one. So I had to... Oh, wait, how many of these
So weird because unlike
I bought 4 of them to fit all my dim cards.
I'm surprised because unlike app chips, dim cards are successful. So
right?
I'm surprised they make more.
And they start making like the holder case for the dim cards, but they haven't done them for the BE memories. And the BE memories just are these little chips. They don't have the little card thing around them, so it's very strange.
Bandai doesn't like making binders for some reason.
They don't. Like again, this is the one Appmon binder we got. And this doesn't even have my 7 codes in it, because the 7 codes are in the 7 code pad. And I have a box of extra chips, and I finally bought a folder, and then I lost the box of extra chips, and now
I don't think they ever make binders for their card games either. Because I know, like, Digimon...
They do Gombarite. They used to do Gombarite binders. I have a ton of Gombarite binders.
I know, like Pokemon...
Daiso had binders. No binders for the Deca Driver 2.0, even though the 1.0 did, yeah.
I know, but Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, I think even Magic do binders, but none of the Bandai card games do that for some weird reason. Bandai just hates binders, I guess.
Yeah, I think there's some third-party dim card holders that I might need to get for my BE memories, because I don't know what to do with them. Yeah, Spin Dash, I agree. Bandai's like selling us all this stuff. They won't give us stuff to put them in anymore. Anyways, the Blazar stone that's included as a bonus is the Junkin Po stone. You can play rock paper scissors with Blazar. Rock paper scissors with Blazar. The back of this, by the way, does have like all the new Gen Ultras on it. Yeah, you can play rock paper scissors with Blazar, and it'll put rock paper and scissors on the display.
You can also fight with the caveman.
There is Digimon binders, but they're all P Bandai.
You know, I had a slight discussion about I was thinking about the crunchy stuff.
What about the crunchy stuff?
I noticed ever since they bought RightStuf, I'm noticing a lot of Discotek shows appearing on Crunchyroll.
Yes.
Like basically their their
I don't
masters
know
and
if that's a
their
coincidence or if it was planned.
yeah. I just find that
Timing was
odd
weird. Yeah.
because they had the
Because
Black Hawk Shooter.
Crunchyroll and RightStuf have no ownership over Discotek in any way. They're just like RightStuf was their main distributor. That's about it.
Yeah, but it's just weird. It's just an
It's very
odd like.
strange. I did hear from there was a couple of the Discotek guys were talking. They said the guy that owns Discotek is like, I will close the company before I sell it to a corporation.
So I'm not sure. Yeah,
He
that
did
must be
say
some.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it must be some weird coincidence.
I think so. Because they've been getting streaming deals, which helps the license costs and everything. Yeah, I don't know what will happen when that stone comes. I'm going to get that binder, though, because I'd love to put all the... There was also dimension card binders, now that I think about it. I have one of them.
They'll do one binder, but that's it.
They did two. They did two dimension card binders, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know where the Chemi card binder is. Okay. Legend Rider series, Kamen Rider Kaixa belt, because everybody loves Kaixa, right? I don't know. As soon as he shows up in the show, I always quit, so I can't comment. But hey, new belt that's cheap and stuff, right?
Are these the budget? These are the budget.
38.50 yen. This is the budget line.
Budget line, yeah, where they only have like like a henshin sound and like one bonus sound, and that's it.
But he does have buttons. More exciting, a little bit more exciting. The Legend Transformation belt series Kivat belt, which is 4,400 yen. It pretty much just does the henshin. And there's no Flessel slots on either side, but you got that.
You got one Flessel.
Get one Flessel. And it doesn't look like Kivat comes off the belt, though. So, oh, he does. Never mind. Of course he does. Yes, that's how the transformation works.
What do you think? Can he actually fully come off the belt?
The interesting part, it does look like he's off the belt in this picture, but it doesn't look like it has the hinge where he, like, falls down and locks in. It looks like you just kind of clip it.
Yeah, he doesn't do gaboot. You just put your hand... You kind of just put his lip on your mouth.
And then he has the wake up Flessel, and that's about it.
Why is it like? It's like I know it's a whistle, but what's the flute? Is that supposed to be some pun?
Flute,
like ding.
Flute, whistle, whistle. Yeah. And then the thing that I'm actually gonna buy. Freaking! They made a new Hibiki tuning fork,
which is practically the same thing as the original.
Yeah, it's 3,300 yen. It's essentially the same as the deluxe toy, except now it's a manual flip open as opposed to a spring loaded, but who the hell cares? The spring loaded was not necessary.
Well,
you flick it out anyways.
Here's the thing. It depends on how tight that hinge is, because if it's not that tight, you can just manually just like fling your arm.
You can probably flick it. Like, they even show it, like, kind of flicking out. And it makes a sound, and I want it. It's going to be cheaper than... If they ever do a CSM, it's going to be expensive, but this is...
Well, yeah, if they do a Steam, you know what I want for?
I think this is the last. This is the first. This is the first Hibiki tuning fork since the complete selection way back when. So it's been like 20 years.
You know what I want for if they ever do make a new CSM Hibiki? It's gonna be a complete package. It's gonna be including the tuning fork and the belt. But you know what I want? I want the full size drum. You can play on.
That'd be great. Okay, moving on to Bandai wants to drain your wallet one memorial item at a time. We got a lot, guys. Strap in. I don't know why Bandai is doing the Naruto World event, but yet announcing seemingly everything that's going to be at that event prior to the event. Like, usually they save news for that event, but I guess they're like, let's just start pumping stuff out. The Tokusatsu Sentai Deca Ranger SP License Memorial Edition. Which is similar to the Super Sentai Artisan Memorial or SP license. It is a little bit different. They upgraded it because now you can choose the verdict on the judgment time. On the Super Sentai Artisan, it was random. On this one, if you stop it, you press the button, it'll stop on whichever symbol you stop it on.
I thought that was the same thing with the Artisan one.
No, the Artisan one was random. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of hope them
random. The Artisan one was also broken when they first shipped it because they engineered it backwards.
I guess it's Tsukimi random. You just don't look at what's don't look at what you're doing. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you're holding it out for judgment, you're not going to see it anyways. And then also it does come with the belt holster, even though it's not in some of the photos. It is included. And
Does it still
then,
do the interchangeable Ranger card thing? Like
yes,
the
it does have the
okay,
Ranger
good.
card thing. Or are those stickers? I don't remember. Um,
The original toy was stickers. The artisan was cards.
yeah. So it's got that going for it. It only has the 5 morphed Deca Rangers, not the unmorphed ones.
Well, no, the unmorphed ones came with the fire version.
Right. And so it's kind of like this thing like Bandai is doing, and we'll see this trend going forward. Things that were 2-packs before are now single items. So they can sell you the other items separate later.
It's nice they're doing this because it's just nice for people who did miss out on the original SPD license.
And at 11,000 yen, it's not too badly priced.
I'm so surprised they did not do a master morpher.
I have a feeling we're going to see a fire, a master, and maybe a swan at Narakiri World. Because like Small Dream mentioned, this is like a preview, which is terrifying because there was so much last week and so much this week.
Break gets no love.
Yeah. Nope, no break love, apparently. Paltrax, you missed a lot. I'm just going to tell you, go check out the recap because we got to keep going. We got 45 minutes.
I forget, did Break and Bright have the same changer?
Almost. Bright's was just a repaint.
I think Bright's was gold
instead
of silver.
Spin Dash, the Deca Gold version, you blow up as soon as you use it. Works for me. Just type 11,000 yen to USD in Google Muteki and get your answer because I don't have the brain power for this. All right. Welcome to, we talked about this last week, the Complete Selection Modification Typhoon Belt from Shin Kamen Rider. Let me just read you some details here, because we're going to look at the price, and I'm going to yell at Bandai again, but let's make sure we got this correct. So, it is going to be based on the movie. It lights up. It's got that motorized out feature like we talked about. Compared to deluxe product, each gimmick is built in size, closer to the one in the show. Transformation sounds, motion sensor, sound effects, voice type. It says over 20 voice types for cast by Takashi Hongo. Only 20 voice lines, really? I'm used to CSM belts having like 100 or 200.
Million.
Yeah. 12 BGM tracks, all operated from the right side. It's made from genuine leather.
Why?
So the price is 49,500 yen.
Yay, let's keep gatekeeping.
I don't care anymore. Why?
Do you love when Bandai gatekeep people who are allergic to leather for their toys?
If you're allergic to leather or live in a desert climate, you're going to waste $500.
Here's the thing. Well, I can argue.
We can argue it for the Showa belts, but I guarantee you Toei did not pay for real leather on this belt on a 2023 movie.
Because the belt probably doesn't even look like it's leather. It just looks like a vinyl belt. Or
it doesn't even look like leather in these photos, but they're telling us it's leather and charging $500. I want a Showa belt in a CSM style, guys, but if it's leather, I'm not buying it. It's going to degrade in my climate. It's too dry here to have anything leather.
You buy it, you instantly open it up. It just like you just hear, like it just
yeah, exactly the whole.
Exactly.
I love that noise.
it just instantly dries when it gets to your state.
That's another thing. Why is this not fake leather? If you're going to do leather, why is it not fake leather? Why is it genuine cowhide leather?
I just feel like it's just wasting money.
It's a waste of resources on their part. It's wasting our time on our part. Like,
you
know what? All I got, guys, all I got is to say that, oh my god, why is there another Trigger Spark Lance coming out?
Is this
we didn't already do a Memorial Edition? Bandai's breaking me, even with this toy news, guys. There's too much. I thought we did the Memorial Spark Lance with Guts Hyper Keys.
No, I'm trying to remember.
We did the Memorial Keys. I looked it up.
Yeah,
they did the keys. But they're like, no, that's not enough. We're not just going to give you keys that have voice lines. We're going to give you an item that has voice lines and music. Why?
You know why.
I know money, but at what point do people say no more of these? Because they
When they
already
stop
did this
giving you
big,
money.
like, look, we made every single Ultra as a key. Do you want Trigger, Zet, and Reboot again? And Trigger also comes with an alternate sticker that's Evil Trigger.
Well, at this point,
Which
just wait
Evil
and see.
Trigger didn't even use this one.
At this point, we just wait for the when we ever get the Ultra Replica version, because we just know it's gonna be better kind of scenario. Because at least with the
it's the same thing I asked with the Memorial D-Flasher. Why is this not just an Ultra Replica and including a stand? Because the only difference is that it needs a stand and it's a Ultra Replica. What? Bandai is wasting time. If this had a stand, that is the only thing stopping it from being an Ultra Replica. Am I right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. RX0 says genuine leather is actually low quality leather compared to something like full grain leather, so it being genuine leather means it would degrade a lot faster.
Oh yeah, so
wow.
yeah, so
less
again,
reasons to buy it.
So again, once it goes to your state, it'll just disintegrate
Yep.
once it lands.
Yep. I also find it funny this is the same price as the SP license.
Tex Avery style too.
Yeah. It has to be Tex Avery style, otherwise it's not fun. Small Dream, really funny that the Memorial D-Flasher came out 2 seconds after Decker, but Sparklens took 2 years. Yeah. For real, though. And Uteki has a good point. The Chinese market loves Trigger. That's true.
They do.
Speaking of Memorial editions
it's like Trigger, Orb, and Zet.
Yeah. That's why they made that combo weapon. Speaking of Memorial editions, oh god, this made some... people were pissed about this, and I understand. It is the Memorial Edition Juden Sentai Kyoryuja Gabu Revolver. Which, yes, it only comes with 1, 3, and 5. That does mean there is going to be multiple items to get the rest of them.
Well, I mean, this is the year of Kyoryuja.
Yep. It is going to be 18,700 yen to be released in June. Guys, I thought my Digivices not coming out till May P Bandai US time was a far ways off. This isn't coming out till June. They're like, we need 8 months. We need a whole baby's worth of time to get this thing ready.
So it is a new mold. It is a new mold. Yes.
If you look at it, the handle's definitely bigger. It's supposed to be... Let me get to the comparison shot. They didn't have the comparison shot. All right, let me just point out. Handle's longer. Barrel is now yellow and black plastic as opposed to clear plastic. The lights are now in the eyes as opposed to the barrel. And then it's got like
it's like more show accurate.
Yeah, it's more show
accurate. It's more show. I think it's prop size. I think now.
Yes, it's prop size. It's bigger. It's not much bigger because the original was really close.
Also, hopefully the yellow is like the photos of these is the yellow plastic looks like, or it's painted because.
Oh, this is a CG render. This isn't even the final product.
Oh, well, I hope it's that shade of yellow because I remember the X-Wing being really like plasticky toy yellow.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the prop was that. I don't remember the prop was plasticky toy yellow. So hopefully that's the case. But like, okay, so there's gonna be there's gonna be a silver version in his US and America colors. Probably gonna be the sword that's like prop size. That's probably gonna come with black and green. So black and green, then gold probably is gonna get his changer, maybe the sword, who knows.
Yep, they're also advertising that Naruto will show more stuff.
So if
here's the comparison shot. So the original deluxe toy was incredibly large sized, but let me see if I can make this wider here. There we go. Now you guys can see it. Yeah. Anyways. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys the best part about all this. If you're like, well, I don't need to buy the Judenshi sets because I already have them all. None of them work.
Yeah, no, it doesn't fit the DX size because I think the Judenshis are bigger.
The Judenshis are bigger, I think, and it's an entirely new pin system.
So you can't hack it.
Yep. So you're going to have to get all of them new.
So
just fork over the cash.
Over the cash. Yeah, exactly.
So pink, red, pink, and blue are in this set, and green and black's probably going to be the sword. Gold's probably going to be in the changer, and I want silver to come with.
Silver's probably going to come with purple, aqua, and graphite. Wait, that's not their names. Gray, cyan,
Navy,
and violet.
Violet.
The new
unless
King
they wanna be
Oger one's based. The King Oger, the Caliber, is based on the deluxe toy. For the Caliber.
unless they want to be mean and like
Purple could come with the
include,
sword because she used the combo a lot. That's a good point, Spin Dash.
or they be mean and repaint and like keep purple, navy, and gray to the carnival, like
Oh yeah, they're also
Memorial
probably gonna make a new
Carnival,
carnival.
which they're also gonna include
Yeah.
navy, or include make the 100 years white version that Bandai America
Mhm.
made already. Oh god, I mean,
Spin Dash,
it'd be
good
cool.
point. Yeah, cyan gray with the Giga Gab revolver. They are all spirits at that point. So.
You know what would be cool?
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool they made Death for Users boomerang thingy. Who's it?
Oh, I would totally buy the Death Ryuger boomerang thing. Especially after a certain thing that happened this weekend. But anyways, I'm not in on this at all. I got my deluxe Ryuger stuff. I'm good, but
I'm pretty sure
good luck.
I'm pretty sure Custis will take it away before you get to your house.
That's true. Good luck, guys, if you're going in on this. I wish you luck. As people have been pointing out, this is a good point, too. It's a new pin system, yet for Don Brothers and Zenkaiger and
Every other gimmick,
every other
any
memorial
other
line that had a gimmick, the original stuff worked. This is the first one to go, this is new.
Oh, wait,
it's similar to the Ultraman X's stuff for Ultra Replica, also is a brand new system.
Oh wait, hold on. I just realized they're probably gonna also make a was it Kyoryuger Brave version, because then had that weird curse scheme for that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do a Kyoryuger Brave version because Korea's gonna eat this up.
It never ends. It never ends.
I'm out because I like Kyoryuger a whole lot, but it is not a favorite season of mine.
Yeah, I like the Island Charge, but yeah, I'm not. God, they really are milking.
I only like the first half of Dino Charge. I don't even like Supercharge.
They really like the milk. They really like the milk. This dinosaur cow.
Jerry, you buying a big old fancy dinosaur gun that's like $200?
But remember,
I love the original.
Without any help.
You can buy Samba de Amigo for $40, or you could buy this for $200. And Samba de Amigo's got more music to it.
That's Sonic the Hedgehog in it, so that's really better.
And Persona music's coming to it.
Yeah.
Wow. So then I really want to get that.
Exactly, yeah. See, in Samba de Amigo versus Gabu Revolver, Samba de Amigo wins.
Or if you actually want to shoot people, you can get the Nerf gun that Bandai made for the basic line.
Yeah.
For Dino Charge.
Oh, good point, Spin Dash. The safety lock is gone. I didn't notice that.
Oh yeah, that was the big thing. Yeah, I remember the noise of the DX toy.
Jeremy Carr, rather take Samba classes with that money.
Yeah, exactly.
Not wrong.
With the money you can use to buy this thing, you can play Summon Neo and make a Samba Day a Mexican breakfast dinner.
Yeah, you could. You have options. Guys, wish you best luck. Spin Dash getting in it because he never got the original. Hey, that's great. I have the original. I'm happy with it, which is the main reason I would get this if I didn't have the original. Kind of like how I want the SP license because I don't have an SP license. I only got the tiny Power Ranger one. So
I was happy. I was happy with the Bandai America Dino Charge move is actually not.
They did a good job with that. Yeah,
it's small, but it does everything the Japanese one can.
Now, speaking of things coming back out for a 20th anniversary, but this time I'm actually buying it, the Ultraman Nexus Evolt Thruster 20th Anniversary Edition.
Oh, geez, I don't wonder why you're going to get this one.
Oh, it's not like Nexus is my favorite Ultraman show, and I thought I should wait at least till the 20th anniversary that's happening next year to see if they're going to do a new one before I go buy the old one. And much like how Mabius didn't come with the Night Brace as well, this is just the Evolt Thruster, no gun thing. I don't necessarily need the gun thing personally. If they offer it again later, cool. If not,
I kind of forgot the original came with the gun.
It did. I like this though. This is going to be 11,000 yen as well. This ships in
Does it have
March.
Does it have?
Oh wait, no. Sorry, this is 8,800 yen. It's much cheaper.
Does it have all the hosts' voices?
Thank you. Conversion prices.
Yeah.
Does it
has voice lines, but it doesn't show any actors, so it's all archive audio.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yes, Noah can beat King. Noah's literally a god. And then, so it opens up LEDs, 6 music tracks, none of the openings from the show because licensing.
Right.
There will be sound effects for Nexus and Fans, Junus and Junus Blue, and Noah. Great stuff. Comes with the same clear plastic stand it did before. It's mostly a re-release, but it's got better paint and more sound effects.
I saw there's no Nex, but then I remember just Nex and Henshin.
Nex didn't use the Evolt thruster.
Yeah, he just...
Exactly, he used the power of willpower.
Green Lantern sound?
Yeah, Green Lantern stuff.
Here's the... No, there's just a big question now. Do you have a leather jacket in your closet?
I do. I keep it in the closet so it doesn't degrade in the desert. It's also a faux leather jacket. It's not a real one.
So you know what you must do when you get this thing.
I know.
Review it.
I've planned it out in my head. So yeah, you pull out the sheath, lights up, LED transformation sound, 6 tracks of music, timed color wise. The sound quality has been improved from the Ultra Replica from 2018. Paint color has been renewed, and props from the play have been reproduced. It includes, so it's going to have 4 different modes. So Junhimia, Ren Senju, Nagi, whatever her last name was, and Komon will be all 4. You can cycle through all of them, plus a bonus sound mode that has Sayuri Tachibana from Ultraman X.
Oh, that's cool.
Which they didn't show a picture for, but that's here.
Is that new?
That I don't know if that's new because I can't remember exactly what the original did. It's been a while. So in addition to the audio that was not included, it'll also have heartbeat sounds, metafield expansion sounds, color timer sounds as well. And it also has a simple mode where you can just do the transformation. So if you don't want like specific to each character, you can just do the straight transformation, which is wonderful because I found out the Hurricane Gyro Memorial Edition doesn't just have a version where you can just play the transformation without voice lines.
I wish not just any of these high end Henshin devices have, because I like I said, you remember the Die Ranger aura changers, like I love they include all those special sounds, but I kind of wish it just it just has that and not just have the phrasing and all that stuff.
No, nothing from Ultraman the Next, like we mentioned, that wasn't using this device.
Yeah,
it's kind of the same thing I have with the Master Morpher 2. It's all Tommy voice lines. There's no like morph sounds.
Which is nice, but I wish there was. Well, okay.
Even the Digimon, even the SCSA Digimon ones, you can turn off the human voices. You can't turn off the Digimon voices, but you can turn off the human voices, which I think is good.
Well, at least I would say, okay, at least I would kind of defend the Master Morpher for a little bit, because I feel like for that one, I don't think has.
I think any power morphers, how do you make the sounds interesting? Because it's so generic.
More for the Master Morpher, I feel like they couldn't get the rights to get those Henshin sounds from.
That's probably those sounds don't exist anymore. The Master Files.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, I'm glad this has all 5 Dunamis plus a generic sound. So, love it. I can't wait to get it. I'm getting it. 100%. Okay, remember last week when we talked about SMP Blue Beat and wondered when are we getting Black Beat or any of the others or
Super Blue?
Well, Bandai was like 4 days later. I don't know why they do this. Why were these not just revealed together, first of all? Second of all,
hype. Generate hype.
I guess generate hype. Like they're already planning to do them. Coming out in March via P Bandai. We don't actually know the price, I think, yet. It is going to be Black Beat, and he will fight Blue Beat there. As you can see, he comes with this like grapple thing with a wire even, and he will come with the super mode parts for Blue Beat. So
yes, you can get General Venjix.
Yep.
For your Lightning collection.
Yeah, he is going to be about 6 inches tall, like we talked about the others.
So Blue Beat is retail?
Beat is retail, Black Beat is P Bandai.
Okay, so we know the Sentai ones cannot come out because of Power Rangers.
These will not probably come out either because we got denied the B Fighter Memorial Commander.
Okay. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
And according to Toku Chris, that was a Hasbro denied thing. So I can't back up his source, but that's what he said. So he's got sources.
To be a little more fair, at least with Black Beat, he was a Power Ranger character.
Yep.
So that at least makes a little more sense.
Yeah, it makes sense there. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get both of these because they look great. So Spin Dash says 69.30 yen, so it's a little bit more expensive because it comes with all the stuff. Plus P Bandai tax.
I mean, it depends.
If you're in the
If
U.S., I'd say wait for Big Bad Toy Store because they listed Blue Beat for $55, and that wasn't too bad. So.
honestly, yeah, I'm like
Big Bad Toy Store
titles.
tends to get their Bandai candy stuff from Asia, so it ends up being a little cheaper than from Japan. So.
Do they get the P Bandai candy stuff?
I
Okay.
got my Dyna Xenon through them because it was cheaper than anybody else. So
I might grab these because I do love B-Fighter and
I was
Beetleborgs,
cleaning my
like
Toku shelf over the weekend, and I was messing with the old Bandai figures from Beetleborgs, and they're old, and I would love to update them. They're more stable than my Figuarts, so I'll tell you that much.
Well, yeah, because those era toys are made out of like Sterner stuff.
To specify for someone said Japan is Asia, there's Bandai Japan and there's Bandai Asia. They're two different companies.
Asia is like China,
and then
Korea.
Bandai Korea is also its own company. Bandai Asia covers Southeast Asia and China.
Don't they also do the Philippines?
Yeah.
In Singapore?
That's Southeast Asia.
That's Southeast Asia. Yeah.
Yeah.
They cover Southeast Asia and China. So that's what Bandai Asia does. Okay. One more Bandai toy news thing.
It never ends.
We did it again. That's an hour of Bandai.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, guys. Let's get some Mon Digimon.
Woo.
If you see these promo images out of context, I have no idea what to tell you. But back when the Digimon Pendulum came out 20 years ago, they advertised it with a man in a Speedo singing about Digimon and fitness. Because the Digimon Pendulum is coming out in color. They brought that campaign back. The Digimon Pendulum was the first to have the pedometer thing, so that as you move, it evolves and moves your Digimon up. So because of that, they brought it back, and they brought the ad back with the horrifying Speedo Man, and it's beautiful. There's a video of it. Go look it up. With the Will has the link to it. I love this. I love this campaign. Now, there are going to be 3 of them. There is the Nature Spirits, Deep Saviors, and Nightmare Soldiers, the classic lineups there, which is pretty cool. Of course, just like the Digimon color we got before, this is taking the black and white, making it color. It's going to be USB-C chargeable. It will interact with the original Digimon and, of course, with more pendulums. So getting multiples is a good thing. You can see the charging port there is pretty sick. Love it. There also will be new Digimon added. So here's the classic line. They each have 32 Digimon. So, like, for example, Nature Spirits has, like, Tyrannomon and Gatomon and Hercules Kabuterimon, that kind of thing. Like, they're all themed the way they were before. But the interesting part is there will be ways to unlock special ones, and I'm not exactly sure how to unlock them. I think you have to put them... There's a thing you connect them. I don't know if you connect them to the color Digimon or if you do Pendulum, but Nature Spirits will let you unlock Angoramon, Deep Savers will have Jellymon, and Nightmare Soldiers will have Lugamon. Interesting, no Gamamon, but Lugamon's the new mascot buddy, so...
Gamamon could be his own Pendulum.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool they're adding some new stuff, and in addition to that, similar to when the Digimon Color added the Digimon 25th Anniversary Dim had Shin Manzaimon, which they put into the Digimon Color. They're actually introducing a new Jogress Digimon, because Pendulum's introduced the idea of fusing 2 Digimon together for Jogress, and that is Talokomon, who is a fusion of Saber Leomon and that guy.
He looks like an abomination. I love it.
Yep. But yeah, it's based on the Talokal god in Mesoamerican culture. Talokan from Black Panther Wakanda Forever is named after that spirit, so that is now a Digimon, which is cool. Eldoradomon. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Peacemaker. Yes, Jeremy Carr brings up a good point. 20 likes, yet 28 watching. 8 of you aren't doing the like button.
Like you people.
Appreciate it if you do it. And then it talks about the training and the Pendulum stuff, which is Pendulum. I've never owned a Pendulum. I'm real tempted to get one of these. Yes, the ad campaign is doing half the work here. But yeah, I'm kind of into this. I kind of want to get the Nature Spirits one because of that new Jogress. That's kind of what I was thinking about. There are some places, Zen and TCG, I recommend them a lot. They have a deal right now. If you buy all three, they throw a discount on it. So they're 71.50 yen for context, but premium Bandai exclusive. They likely will pop up on P Bandai US, but like I said, some middlemen like Zenin are doing deals if you buy them all. And that's the Bandai news.
We're done.
You came in really loud.
Weird.
Why is Ryan so loud? Did I hit the button on my help?
Maybe.
I think I hit the button on my headset. Chat, did we blow out the audio, or is that just me? I think it was just me. Okay. Guys, can we knock out Toy Fair in like 20, 30 minutes? What do you guys think?
We could. How much Toy Fair needs to be? I don't. That much more.
Let's do it. Russian Wanderer, ask that question again next week when I have time. First things first. Darkstalkers Morrigan finally exists in Storm Collectibles. We've been waiting for her forever.
I love. She comes with a cartoony face.
Yes.
I love it.
All right, here we go. Let's do this. All right, so Morrigan. Boom. Boom. Look at her. Beautiful. Posing. This is runway time for Morrigan here. She comes with weird dagger foot. Love it. She can slide and stuff. She comes with bulged out eyes. They made sure to give us 3 different promo images for the bulged out eyes.
I love that because I feel like a lot of people...
4 images of that, yes.
I love it because I think people really forget that Darkstalkers is a cartoony game.
Oh yeah, especially if you look at Darkstalkers 3, the animations are so cartoony. So,
I think people
beautiful.
That because most people the sad fact is most people know Morgan from the Versus games and other games like that, and they remove all the cartoony sprites from her in the Versus games.
They do it for anybody from Darkstalkers. They forget how cartoony that game is.
Yeah, so they removed that for all anything Darkstalkers being crossover games, so they forget that Darkstalkers is a Looney Tunes game. So I'm super glad they include the cartoony eyes.
Big Bad Toy Store exclusive in the US, second quarter 2024, $105. Buy it or not, not my problem. All right, Reveltech. Reveltech has been doing Yu-Gi-Oh figures, and like I talked about last week with the Yu-Gi-Oh model kits, what will get me to buy something? 5Ds. Hey, look, you say Fudo.
I knew as I saw it this morning. I'm like, oh boy, we're talking about this today.
We're talking about this today. Guys, 5Ds is the pinnacle of Yu-Gi-Oh! It is my absolute favorite series. Nothing else will top it. Great. I love it, and I need this Reveltech, even though I don't usually like Reveltechs. It's Yusei. He also comes with a glass of milk he got from the Western bar, okay?
Yes, he comes with a glass of milk. I love that.
And I like how they put, even on the prototype, they drew in the tattoo just so you make sure you know it's going to be on his arm. Give me all the 5Ds characters. I'll buy them all.
Same, honestly.
No motorcycle, but it's understandable price.
How tall? You remember Kyoto, like...
They're like 6 inches.
So, would that fit the old Playmates big motorcycle?
I'll try it when I get it.
Also, they're amazing.
Also, Elemental Hero Neos. I don't care as much about him, but he looks really rad. So, and then the next series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Blind Box figure collection is all 5D synchro tuners. Are you kidding me right now?
Look at him.
Look at them.
Look at them.
Someone buy me the whole set because I don't think I can afford to do it. But look at them.
Cobalt Hedgehog.
Yeah, I know.
I
love the synchro tours. I love them.
No, now you just need your boss monster.
Yes.
Which, if you don't know, it's not even a monster.
If Figure Eye Standard Figure Eye Standard make like Stardust Dragon.
Oh no, my signature monster card in my Yu-Gi-Oh decks in Master Duel is not a monster, but it basically is a monster with how I use it. I need Figure Eye Standard Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Because nobody knows how to deal with me throwing Scrap Iron Scarecrow down. These are all by Kyoto. That's the company making these.
Yeah. I was about to imagine if they do make a Figure Eye Standard Star Dragon. Imagine posing that behind the Yusei Reveltech. That'll look amazing.
You know I'm going to do it if it happens. All right, moving on. Mm-hmm. Toy Fair time. Hia Toys had more Star Trek on display. We had already previously seen some of these at Comic-Con, but there was some new stuff. First of all, there is Volcano Suit Spock. coming with a new pre-order date of winter. Here's Old Spock, Nero, Keenzer. They're all up for order. There is now a 1/12 scale, so a 6-inch Captain Kirk in cloth clothing.
So like,
I
not
really,
not like,
really appreciate Hia Toys just pissing all over Playmates' grave here.
what's it's like because it's a 6-inch figure, but
Yep.
it's like it's like almost Amigo, but not like 1% Amigo. From
Yeah,
what I
he's
was
like
given.
higher quality. He's like a Mezco 1/12 more than Amigo. He looks terrific, and he comes with an apple. More on that later. Hia Toys also had on display what is a very rare occurrence of a Ghost in the Shell Motoko not based on Standalone Complex.
Finally,
She's based on the movie, which also means she has the bikini thong. Also, cloth goods on her 1/12 scale, unlike the normal Hia stuff at 1/18. So this is going to be like a 6-inch figure. Yeah.
How much is Hia stuff?
This Motoko is listed at $89.99.
89. Wow, okay, she's expensive.
So it's more like Mezco 1/12.
Welcome, Wheels.
Infinite. I didn't get the Disguised Turtles, but I'm probably going to get the Ultimates they're putting out. Welcome, Wheels. We're in rapid fire news time, so enjoy.
Yes. Yes. Hammer Horror joins NECA line.
We're almost there. Turtles, they showed the Wolfman Wrath and the Creature Leo again, but in the back you can see that they are re-releasing the Ninja Turtles 3 in 2 packs. So if you missed the Comic-Con set, yeah. Datboy Steve, the standalone complex version of Motoko is very similar to that, but it is different. It's less thongy, and she didn't have as big of a jacket. Also, a new reveal, we're getting a Jack Kirby action figure via the Turtles Mirage line for that one-time Donatello met Jack Kirby.
That's so cool. I imagine they probably did talk to Jack Kirby's
they probably did.
Family.
They must
But
have.
even though like technically they didn't need to technically.
They didn't have to legally, but they probably did because NECA is good about that.
Yeah, because it's it's clearly Jack Kirby, but they didn't say it was Jack Kirby.
It is just Kirby.
Yeah.
So, pretty excited about Jack Kirby though.
They did adapt the episode 73 for a season.
They did. I forgot about that. They also re-showed a bunch of stuff that was at Comic-Con. We're not going to go over that.
Yes,
Moving on. As Wheels alluded to, NECA horror movies are going to Hammer Horror. Here is Christopher Lee Dracula from Horror of Dracula. Oh my god, this looks amazing. I'm so hyped. He comes with 3 different heads, too.
Superior Dracula.
He looks so good. He's the reason why Count Dooku is a Count and why Christopher Lee played a Count in Young Indiana Jones. So, Christopher Lee Dracula. I don't know what Thanksgiving is, so we're just going to move on. There's a frickin' Vincent Price figure.
Wait, what's part about the Thanksgiving thing?
There's a figure from Thanksgiving. I don't know what Thanksgiving is. So
okay. It's a really
we don't have time.
Like, schlock film from like the late 70s.
Okay, bad schlock film, late 70s. Thank you, Vincent Price.
Unless
literally
it's
the person.
Thanksgiving movie.
Vincent Price in 3 different ages because he's got like continually graying hair. Terrific.
So it's just a Vincent Price.
Pretty much, it's prime Vincent Price, mid Vincent Price, and oh god, it's the 13 Ghost Scooby Doo Vincent Price.
Yes. He also comes with a black cat, a skull, and a raven. Love it. All right. They also showed Count Orlok again.
That means they have to make Peter Lorre now, who will also come with a raven, since he was the Raven in the Raven.
Oh my god. I want NECA to keep doing stuff like this. Count Orlok from the movie that almost became Lost Media, Nosferatu, that's coming out soon. And Professor Burke in the back there from actual Lost Media London After Midnight just went out for pre-order. So he coming. All right, moving on. Gargoyles time. There were 2 new Gargoyles figures in the display case. Here is Macbeth, because I think Greg Weisman just loves his lore and his Shakespeare. Here's Macbeth, looking a little different than he did in Shakespeare times, but that's Gargoyles for you. And then we have the flesh version of Cold Stone. For those that are unaware, there is a cyborg version of Cold Stone that is also forthcoming, but we are getting a flesh version. So awesome stuff. They also had this insane diorama for Gargoyles at Toy Fair, and I say I want it, but just kidding, I don't. I have nowhere to put this. But I can say it's the first time that the wings don't look oversized because this thing is massive. It's the top of the clock tower. It's the wings don't look out of place here because this thing's just overall gigantic. I love gargoyles. Okay, guys, guess what's next? Assassin's Creed. The NECA has retrieved the Assassin's Creed license back, and
yeah, didn't they do figures for when the first two games came out? If I remember right.
They had the license in the past. Now they're bringing it back. There's going to be an Ezio from Brotherhood and an Ezio from Revelations. The Ezio from Brotherhood will have an unmasked head. These look very, very similar to the ones they released before. Might be like the Terminator figures where they just upgrade the joints, add some articulation, and call it a day. So,
I'm surprised, but
yeah, I'm getting them because I mean we need Assassin's Creed figures, and if these sell good, maybe we'll get some other assassins that aren't named Ezio.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's the problem. It's like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers problem happens with Assassin's Creed toys. All right, in weird news,
doesn't help that the games got fishy after a while.
Yeah, it's funny. The games got fishy after Syndicate, but yet nobody wants to touch anything between 2 and Syndicate. So the Page Punchers line by McFarlane, which currently the Assassin's Creed figures are NECA. McFarlane's Page Punchers line of 3-inch figures that come with comic books has been doing DC and Spawn so far. And at Toy Fair, behind closed doors, we don't have pictures of these, they had G.I. Joe and Transformers Page Punchers on display.
I was when I first heard it, I was like, wait, what? But it's probably, I was like, no, it's probably for the 3-inch figures, not the 8-inch figure.
Not the because the 3-inch ones with the comics or the 7-inch ones with comics, they only do the 7-inch ones for DC. They don't do any Spawn ones in 7-inch. I think this is going to be 3-inch ones. But essentially, it was listed as there were 2 different packs for each brand: Duke and Snake Eyes, a Cobra Commander and Crimson Guard for G.I. Joe, and then an Optimus and Wheeljack, and a Megatron and Bumblebee for Transformers. Now, this is probably why they weren't shown. They were packaged with IDW Transformers and G.I. Joe comics.
But those were placeholders, I imagine.
There wasn't clarification, but I imagine they were placeholders, and they will eventually be the Skybound Energon Universe comics, probably the #1 for Transformers.
Because those are Image.
I imagine Duke #1 will come with Duke and Snake Eyes, and Cobra Commander #1 will come with Cobra Commander and Crimson Guard, and then like Transformers #1 and 2 maybe with the 2 Transformers. The reason this deal happened, like you mentioned, was Image, because Todd still is like the owner. He's one of the head owners of Image Comics. So this makes sense. And Hasbro always takes some licensing money. All right, weird crossovers continue. A distributor confirmed a rumor that there was going to be a Ninja Turtles Masters of the Universe crossover because the distributor had some Master stuff on a booth, and they just threw this out there for Turtles the Grayskull Leonardo.
There are even some leaks of other figures also, but this, I love this.
This is our confirmation those leaks are real. It's happening. I want a comic book too. So
Turtles of Grayskull. Love
Turtles of Grayskull. That's real. That's happening. Yeah, Mattel and Hasbro weren't at Toy Fair, so this isn't like 100% confirmed. This is at a distributor booth. Okie dokie, last news thing. I can't believe we did this. Preternia didn't have pictures of them. We had previously seen that there was going to be 2003 Turtles were at a display for an event for Mutant Mayhem. Preternia was able to confirm with Playmates that the 2003 Turtles will be released in the Playmates Classic Collection. So they're reissuing... Oh wait, their picture's right here. I didn't see the packaging. They're right here in the middle row. The 2003 Turtles are coming back.
There's no packaging, but I think the last con they're gonna be in their own entry cards.
That's how it was at the Mutant Mayhem event. The other thing is that off to the side here you can see battle shells are coming back. And then
the battle shells are already been in stores.
They're already back. Okay. Genghis Frog, has he been back early? I know Casey Jones and Rat King are new for reissues.
Yeah, they're new. Genghis Frog, I think, is new also.
Yeah, and Wingnut, Ray Fillet, April.
Wingnut, Wingnut and Baxter and I think Genghis Frog were the last reissue wave. Mm-hmm. Where I know Ray, April, and Mondo were in that TMC Adventures pack.
And they're getting all single releases now. So if you don't want the Adventures pack and you want Mondo or April, just wait. The single releases are coming.
If you don't want to keep getting those awful Mirage figures.
Yeah. And I forgot one last news story, which was the actual new stuff for Turtles.
Yeah,
I got caught up on reissues, so I'll pull the pictures real quick.
They're not allowed to show. I know people were not allowed to take photos, but there was Playmates at the toy line for Tales of the TMNT,
Yeah, the new
the
show, right?
new show on display, but they were not allowed. I think
Mm.
people were not. Yeah, they were not allowed to take photos of those, but they were at there.
Yeah, Turtles 40th is next year because that's the start of the comic. Here is Dad Splinter and all the baby versions of the mutants.
I love them. I love the.
They're beautiful.
I love the baby Superfly. I mean, the Superfly and Splinter are clearly. I guess the figures were not ready to be.
Yeah, they
displayed
weren't
in a
ready, so that's why
cardboard
they're
cutout.
cardboard. I want to get the baby turtles now because now they're doing more. I was kind of,
Yeah. Well, especially so they have Dad Splinter. Makes sense to
Yep.
display to the baby toys with Dad Splinter.
Let's see. I'm just gonna go through old Turtle Den's tweets because I thought there was more pictures. I know Wave 2
They
was on
they're
display.
doing single carded April and the costume turtles.
Yeah, where did I see those? Because I
Which
thought
I think the Turtle Dan. I know. I think Pre-Turnia had them. I'm not sure.
Pixel
Old
Dan
Turtle
was
Dan.
there too, right? Pixel Dan's a
Yeah, Pixel Dan. I think it was Pixel Dan that tweeted.
Pixel Dan is a nerd, guys. Did you know that? I'm just
Also, where's Ray?
Well, if you like turtles, you must be a nerd.
Also,
Like
where's
Kyle.
Ray with Playmates? Where's Ray with Play? He's like missing in all these.
That's true. Here they are. Yeah, I did want to mention this. See you later, Common JoJo. There's whitewashed April. What the hell?
So this is weird. So
because I got the 6-pack one, and she's beautifully dark skinned.
But later, I don't know why. But later releases had this whitewashed April, and yuck! I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, it's
because
I don't know what's going on here, and I don't like it.
Anyone sucks.
Muteki, that's not news. They've been doing it a while.
And they're also. I mean, what's nice is I'm surprised they were able to release the costume figures by themselves. I thought they'll like be some Walmart exclusive thingy.
There's a Walmart 4-pack of costume turtles, but Wave 2 is going to include single packs of them, which means I can just get Donnie as Spock and not the whole pack, which is great.
Well, plus Walmart probably didn't have them for your sakes.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no, I haven't seen them at Walmart. I was looking for Superfly everywhere for a while. Finally got them. Yeah, April is she's washed out a lot for some reason.
Even though the first figure was perfect.
And now we're just looking at pictures of Dan eating food, so I'm just gonna call it a day. That's it, guys. That's all the Toy Fair news. We made it.
Wow. I mean,
there's a black and orange Megazord for Halloween. We'll deal with that later. That'll be next week.
Well, do the Godzilla stuff.
Wallet warning: CSM Genesis driver and Energy Lock Seed to be officially revealed on Friday in Japan. So expect news Thursday. We're gonna have Bandai Hour just be a regular segment at this rate. Gosh, dang it! I will prep the notes. All right, hey Wheels, you want to talk about anything? We got a couple minutes.
So, did you do the Hiya Godzilla news?
No, I had to cut him.
Oh.
I cut him for time. I can pull him up if you want.
Was there any major?
Yes, there was some major stuff in the Godzilla booth.
Yes, they showed off their prototype non-articulated version of Godzilla 91.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it pulled up here.
And they showed the 2014 Godzilla mold, which is obviously just the 2021 mold retrofitted to look like the 14 one.
I'm sorry we didn't talk about Berserk Guts armor because I don't know Berserk and I had to cut stuff somewhere.
Me and Jerry are the only ones who watch Berserk.
Exactly.
Me and Jerry are the only ones.
I need to eventually watch the 90s anime and read the manga eventually.
Yep.
It's on the bucket list of being...
Psychos, we'll talk about Kyoryuger later. I need to see stuff before I pass judgment. Alright, so here is Ghidorah. This is the King of Monsters Ghidorah.
The guy who got the close-up images of Ghidorah, oh my god, they were amazing. Like the close-up of like the chest sculpt.
And then look at that. 91 Godzilla.
That's just the rough prototype, but it's supposed to have articulation later.
Yeah. How much of the Godzilla?
Like $50
$50,
Godzilla, right?
Except okay. So originally it was $49.99, but then some places had to mark them up to $52.99 because of a small factory production increase. Ghidorah is like $120, and the funny part is I told Soundout, what do? Do I cancel my Fire Blast one to get the second edition Fire Blast, which will actually have translucent spinal cords and stuff like that for his dorsal plates?
And I said pick which one you thought looked best, right?
And then I realized I'm just gonna double dip.
Yeah.
So
And
we'll start.
then we got New Monkey from Skull Kong Island.
New monkey.
Well, it's funny. They made Godzilla versus Kong first, and then they went back and did Skull Island. Skull Island has a lot of the torso.
He comes with Tree.
Yeah, he comes with Tree. The only thing that makes me concerned though is because when they showed the prototype for 2014 Godzilla, wondering like, are we gonna get like the Muto severed head with that Godzilla, or does it come with the Muto? Since we've gotten.
It's a good question because we're gonna have to get 2 Mutos.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. I really don't want to buy another. I really don't want to buy the 2014 Godzilla unless it has the severed Muto head.
Yeah, maybe they'll just include it with one of the Mutos instead.
Like, yeah, because I'm gonna be honest. I don't like I like the 2014 movie to some regards, but I don't like the design that much.
Yeah,
I prefer the when they changed his dorsal plates to be more.
Hot take: Kia Toys has the best Godzilla line right now.
It is. It really is. Even Monster Arts fans say it is the best one. The only thing now is everyone's just getting Godzilla out because it's the only one they've been releasing is 2019 / versus Kong.
I
so
think
like, okay,
I think he is doing what they're doing with the Star Trek license as well. Like what they did here, where they started with the MonsterVerse stuff, and now they're clearly doing original Toho stuff. They're doing that with Star Trek.
Yeah.
Like they're like, here's your Kelvin, but we have a license for everything. But we know that they kind of went a different direction where they're like, I think doing the MonsterVerse stuff is not that radical, right? Like a lot of people have been doing MonsterVerse stuff. So I think with Star Trek,
I imagine it's easy to get the license for that versus
it's easier to get this license.
Yeah,
and ironically enough, like these figures are like, what if Monster Arts and NECA had a love child?
Yeah, and so adding to that, the Star Trek line, they went with Kelvin timeline first instead of going with like original series or next gen because everybody's really TOS and TNG burned out. They went with Kelvin because no one's touched Kelvin since the first movie. So I think that's where they're noticing with Godzilla that maybe they're like, oh, we did too much MonsterVerse up front.
It's kind
of
like did.
Yeah,
it's kind of like did toys where it's like we'll do what we want.
Most of the line is just different versions of Goji. It wasn't just like, hey, here's 2019, here's 2019 Fire, I'm okay with getting the original Heatwave one. I'm also okay with getting the Burning one. But it was, I think the fact that like back to back before we got Heatwave for Burning, it was just like slight subtle changes between Godzilla versus Kong and King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
Having Rodan, Mothra, and now Ghidorah and Kong like kind of fleshes out the line.
I'm way more interested in this 91 Godzilla than anything else they've done. Just because I'm itching for some other kaiju in the Toho Classic style.
This is the thing. When it comes to Toho Classic stuff, I am a little miffed that they went into the 90s, per se.
I think it's just easier to license. That's because a lot of people hit that
it is.
Toho...
Toho pushes the Heisei era onto the international market a lot because of the Treadmasters toy line, unfortunately.
Because, I mean, that's what NECA did first. NECA did 2014 and then Heisei, right?
They did.
So this is following the same path. Except unlike NECA, he actually can make other kaiju besides Godzilla. Because because NECA only did Mothra and Rodan from MonsterVerse, but everything else is only Godzilla.
They only were allowed to do that. Yeah. And this one's they got the entire license like Super 7, and so like that means from what we understand is it can extend to supposedly the singular standoff movies. So Varan, original Rodan, original Mothra, Rebirth of Mothra, Gargantua's most likely. I'm at least glad they didn't go for the Mecha Godzilla / Space Godzilla Goji suit. I'm glad that they're going like, hey, let's go for like either the Bio suit or the early Ghidorah suit, because honestly, I'm a fan of the early Heisei Godzilla suits because they had like this more spiral look to it, and then when they streamlined it to put in the air conditioning system, like he kind of got cute, even though like it's supposed to still be like ferocious.
I will say too, if they make a GMK Godzilla, I'm still going to buy it. Oh my god, what if they actually make the other monsters from GMK finally?
Yeah, we'll be here all day. We're gonna talk about potential.
Bandai and NECA only ever did Godzilla.
Yeah, they did.
Nobody's
They
ever done
they did.
Ghidorah, Mothra, and Baragon.
They didn't make Chicken Breast Ghidorah. They didn't make
Guys, can we finish this up?
Digimon
I want that.
Mothra, and they didn't make Doggy Baragon.
All right, well, Godzilla's been talked about. Toy Fair's been talked about. I wanted to give Wheels his Godzilla time because I know that's why he showed up. So,
I showed up for this and Dracula.
yeah, you showed up good time for Dracula too.
Any quick thoughts on the new Revoltech Yusei and 5D stuff in general they showed off?
Or did you not know about it?
On me? Oh no! I was retweeting it when it first got announced out of Shanghai.
What do you think of Revoltech Yusei?
So I first saw the Neos first. Thought that like, oh, it was a third party like custom prototype because there's a lot of gray stuff. There's a lot of gray stuff and third party stuff at Shanghai. So I was like, is that someone's mod or custom for the contest, or is that the official thing?
The official figure.
Little card.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because if you don't know, like Shanghai and Japan,
they like to show
have
custom figures,
have third party and custom figures also just as a contest. No, I saw the Neos and I was like, oh yeah, that's a cool stylized Neos. Like it kind of has like a little bit of edge to him. Like, you know what, the best way to explain it, he kind of has that dark side dimensions vibe to his aesthetic for the Revoltech.
Probably what they use a reference, probably.
And then seeing Yusei, I'm sitting there going, man, I wish you were a Figma or a Figuart, but like I've heard the Revoltech stuff is better now, so
the current Amazing Yamaguchi era for I think that's what it is, just all now. I don't think there's no normal Revoltech. I think it's just all Amazing Yamaguchi. Someone great. So like I'm pretty sure, and compared to the other some Amazing Yamaguchi stuff, they're not like whack proportionally. They just look like normal figures.
It's true. Yeah, they've done a great job of like streamlining their action figures a whole lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Both the Yusei and Jaden or Judai look normal. They don't have more like exaggerated proportions or anything because they like doing that for their Amazing Yamaguchi figures.
Yeah.
They just look like normal Yusei and Yusei and Judai such Jaden figures.
Yeah, I'm totally into the Yusei though. It's gonna happen.
One thing that got me more hyped though was actually the Memory Toys announcing more of their fantasy figures for the lineup. They have like all these new orcs, so they took their original red orc.
Nice.
Looks like a red Hulk. And they're like, we're going to make a green one. We're going to make an Asian, whitish, bluish one. I'm like, oh, snap. They're like, we're going to make video game brown, purple. And I'm like, cool. We're getting all the colors of the fictional orc races.
Yeah.
And we're going to make more armored bears. And I'm like, more armored bears, you say? And we got tiger people. We got all these things that you would see in World of Warcraft and other fantasy stuff. And I'm just like, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. So, on that note, it's time to wrap up.
Where can we find us?
Kaus, you're streaming all week, so tell us about it.
Yeah, in about 2 hours, I'll be streaming on twitch.tv/FighterKaus for this sort of like a fundraiser thing. I only need $18 for Twitch to pay me, so I can pay my bill.
How Kaus pays his bills?
People. So if you guys follow on Twitch and like stream or like give bits or donate or whatever.
Yeah.
It's funny. All I need is $18. It's not even.
Go help FighterKaus get paid. That's the more.
Anyways, tonight at 9, I'll be playing Streets of Rage 2.
Minimum is 18. Anything higher is better.
Anything higher is just even more money toward bills.
Yep.
That's just for me to be like not shut off. But yeah, no, I'll be streaming at 9 p.m. Eastern for Streets of Rage 2. Tomorrow, King of Fighters with Soundout.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, I'll just be chatting at around the same.
Did you get Fate Samurai yet, Kaus?
I think he would have Fate Samurai if he can get his bills paid. So come show up if you want him to stream Fate Samurai.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah. So go come hang out with FighterKaus all week. He's gonna be streaming a lot.
6 West Coast Pacific. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight.
Good times.
Streets of Rage 2. Just to I'll be trying the one credit no continue run.
Yeah. Wheels, you're on Twitter. You posted your Twitter
link.
link.
On Twitter. I posted my Twitter link for my post that even some people are loving how I'm being honest and also having fun with the joke.
Yep. And then Ryan, you're on the
Because don't
Discord
forget.
and on Twitter.
I'm on the Twitter. I do art commissions. So you like the stuff you see on the channel? Feel free to commission me on Twitter.
Go for it. It's good stuff.
And what about you? What about you, Sal?
You can find me at the links below. You can find me here next Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, as usual. You can also find me in the Discord any other time during the week. Like, if you want to hit me up, Discord is... I'm quicker to Discord than anything else. Next week will be fun. There will be more Bandai toys. It's going to happen. There will be more news, strike updates, as usual. And I think next week we're going to talk about Cosmic Fury and rank it against other Power Rangers seasons and add some Rangers to the Ranger ranking. So it's going to be good times. I'm excited. I'm going to do... I don't know why I was doing the Car Ranger thing, but here we are. And we're going to head out of here because I am getting tired, and we covered so much news today that I'm ready to get going. So, see you guys. Enjoy the videos this week. Check out other streams. We'll be back next week.